absolute machine with Melina. But you can't discredit Revit. Regardless of their past, we're here to the final night where I'm sure they're both have been grinding and training for this. And the first match of the night, Revit leaving going up against Samage, quickly getting the first hit, going with Pyro this time around.
And wow, getting in incredibly fast to get us started here. Got the first hit and made the read early on the projectile, but he bad input there, and he gets trip guarded for his effort, and now Samage is going to try to turn things around.
And the corner pressure, immediately going for that armor. Very smart to try and keep himself away from the corner for as long as possible. Using very nice meter usage there by Revit leafing, being able to switch the positions there, and now has all this space to work with.
Oh, and a lot of respect full screen. Samage knows that, you saw very early, Revit leafing has that ability to teleport in fast, just as Melina has as well. So the full screen game is going to be different. And wow, here we go. Samage turned things around out of nowhere, it seems. And oh, that was so smart. I think he faded and tried to bait out Revit leafing trying to armor there. But Revit was able to hold on to a bar, so at least he has that going for him.
That was so tricky. I have never seen Samage do that. Go for a jumping punch immediately into EX ethereal phase.
Ooh.
And it worked out perfectly. But Revit leaving not being phased, taking quick control of this second round here. And we're seeing that air superiority that Revit has been so known to do. He's so good at his mobility, both on and off the ground. And as quickly as round number one, Revit gets round number two.
We just saw a raw roll from Samage. This is the finale. This is a little bit of nerves, I think. I've never seen this man raw roll before.
This man keeps it as safe as possible. Samage is the epitome of a textbook play style. In all forms, on the ground, in the air. Oh my God, that conversion. There we go again, that juicy corner damage, switching positions. Wait a minute, he's not done yet. Look at that damage, 23%, and misses it.
Oh, and this is Revit's turn, here we go. No fade to respect, but now he does.
And now he has a life lead to work with. He's so close with Samage getting the grab. It's not going to do it just yet. The match extended
to get us started here in Season 2 finale. We get a match extended. Oh my gosh, guys. Everyone in that chat, you better be getting hype right now.
Oh, misses the conversion. That was so crucial. Could have given them the first round. Samage sitting in the driver's seat. So close to closing out the first round. Misses the conversion as well. Just gets that lower drill. Returns it again with the block and the punish. What is this sequence? What just happened?
What are we witnessing, ladies and gentlemen? This is getting crazy. This man went for 3 drills in a row, the non-mix-up mix-up, but Samage not falling for it, gets the punish. There was a huge scramble situation. The match extended probably blew both of their minds, our minds, everyone in the chat's minds. Whoa, what a way to get us started here.
I think I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that's what we're going to be seeing. The rest of the night, that was probably the best way to start off the night. That game could have went either way, but I think Revit just had a little bit too many nerves there to kind of throw out that low drill. Ended up getting punished with Samage having the presence of mind to just stay as calm as possible to get that, but that's a hell of a statement to say going into the set.
Yeah, what a way to start us off. Revit looked really strong for how he's played Samage this entire season. I mean, he looks ready for this matchup.
And here we go, just trying to keep it as safe as possible. You see how well Revit uses that meter. Even though he's going for the EX Purple Dust, it's still a good use of meter management because it's safe. It keeps Melina's pressure away from him. But even now, Samage showing he doesn't need Bard to work against Revit. Taking quick control of this first round here, and that is going to be a clean punish for the first round.
Something you have rarely seen here in the Kombat Cup is that drill punished accordingly. So Samage has done his homework. He has been labbing for this man. And he's up 1-0 with a health lead. And oh, barely whipping, and what a punish from Samage. This man's spacing is immaculate.
And he's playing just as well. We're so used to seeing him. Oh, that could have been such a nice conversion. Here comes that juicy 23% as well. And I love how Revit is approaching the matchup. He stays up close, and once he feels like he's starting to lose control of that pressure, he just kind of steps back.
What a read from Revit on that fade, and got out of there and still got the damage off the shroud. Well, great start, but wow, caught Revit swinging there. And Samage one mix-up away, and he does have a fade. And we saw what happened before. Luckily, Revit baits it out.
And he's so close, gets the quick power drill, and Revit quickly staying alive there. That was extremely risky, but you know what? It's that calculated craziness that we're so used to seeing from Revit.
And I absolutely love the mix-up where he held that charged overhead so many times before already in this set and conditioned him to that overhead and got him with the low.
Who gets that purple dust going? That damage is just sitting there waiting to be called out. Put me in, coach. Trying to get that quick 23%. But Samage doing all this juicy pressure, spending the bar, keeping it safe, and keeping it his turn.
Yeah, and he built so much bar off of spending the bar, but here we go. Revit gets decent damage, 25. Tried to check him fast with that EX projectile, and what a conversion again from Samage. This man never leaves damage on the screen. It's crazy.
Every single hit that he connects is going to be able to get at least 28%. And we're seeing here just some beautiful zoning by Samage. Almost uncharacteristic, but we're seeing there he knows he's going to have to take a different approach to this matchup. We've seen him day in and day out going for all the amount of pressure that Samage has been known to do. You see there, he's still comfortable with sitting back. He knows he has no reason to go in on Revit. And Revit, even though those matches have been close, it seems to be that Pyro just hasn't been working out. I wouldn't be surprised if he went for a different variation, but he's going to stick with Pyro day in and day out, locking himself in for the remainder of the set. Now, here's to say that he can't do it. We don't need to repeat what happened in that first match.
Exactly.
He can easily be able to turn this in his favor.
It could easily be 1-1 right now, ladies and gentlemen. Revit's still playing out of his mind. He got one big drop early in that very first round of that second game, and then Samage answered with a huge conversion of his own, and Revit just has to get comfortable here because Samage playing incredibly well.
That was such a smooth teleport, just getting out of the way just in time, but he's not going to be able to stay away from this damage. Luckily for him, Samage with an uncharacteristic drop, but here's that pressure that we're talking about. He's going to be able to even out that life lead. Almost didn't shift alone, but the conversion again! Getting all of this damage. Gonna get the hard knockdown. Jumps right over for some more pressure. Very nice use of that armor just to stay away from him. There we go, to 32%. So close, narrowly missing that whiff punish, but that is another punish. These whiffs by Revit leafing are... He's burying himself.
All these drill kicks, I mean, you know, that's something he's not used to people punishing, I think. And that's something that's, you know, it's kind of in his hands. That's something he's used to getting away with, but Samage having none of it right now.
And he's playing so on point now. Revit leafing, getting all this chunk of damage. He does so well early on, but then here we go. The story of the set. He gets this pressure. It almost seems like he's so antsy he's going to take that risk, and Samage is smelling it a mile away.
And now he's going to build extra bar, and he comes off all of it. I didn't even expect that. 2 fades in a row, and Revit does not have a breaker. He has to eat one more mix or potentially armor here.
Oh, and scouting out the armor. Revit leafing, no meter to work with. Still has the space. He just needs to stay calm, but that neutral jump punch is certainly the nail in the coffin, and it seems to be that history has repeated itself. Samage is now taking it 3-0 over Revit leafing. That bad taste in his mouth, and there is no doubt in my mind he is not going to let that happen again. But Young Monster has been playing lights out for pretty much the entire season, taking a variety of weeks, being crowned champion alone outside of Dragon.
Yeah, both of these guys have, I believe, 2 weeks won this season.
I believe so, yeah.
Dragon winning week 4 and week 11, Young winning week 5 and week number 7, and one of those was a win over Dragon himself. But here we go, guys. This is our second match of the night. Dragon versus Young Monster.
Going with the cosplay costume, I respect it, but Dragon opting to go Shinnok in this variation, I think it's the smart move here. He's going to use those Hell Sparks to his advantage and just kind of keep that footsie game pretty much under control. You know, Jackie, very scary up close and from full screen, but that mid-range game, definitely got to give the edge to Shinnok there. There's a nice little down one into a beautiful conversion. The trance already in the corner, and this is that mix we were talking about. Being that he steals that move, Shinnok is safe off of every single low starter.
And becomes a launcher in the corner just like that, which is a scary situation because against Imposter Shinnok, if he doesn't have any bar, always block high, because without a bar, he cannot launch you if you eat the forward 4. That's just a little bit of advice from home, but if he has a bar, or as you see there, if he gets a launcher off the low, it becomes Mix City.
And that really just the blender is probably the scariest situation to be in the corner. Dragon making the ground shake, getting that down 2 for the first round. Now, Young Monster still has a bar to work with. but he needs to get out of this corner. If he gets hit with that trance, even the little bits of damage here are going to pay off.
This might be the most aggressive I've seen Dragon play. He has tried to get in Young Monster's face so many times already. I've seen a lot of shoulders in, and it has been crazy how aggressive Dragon has started this match up and tried to down forward, but into a stanky leg. Young Monster's got some control here.
And that was a beautiful reverse grab to keep himself out of the corner and put that pressure more so on Young Monster. Gonna spend the bar here and get a nice chunk of damage. Young Monster opting to wait to see if he guesses wrong. No doubt he's gonna have to break here. Gets off the bar, but still sitting in the corner, scouts the jump.
Oh, big drop, and what a punish from Dragon. Wow, and that down two looked like it had extra damage on it. That thing hurt.
That did a massive chunk of damage, and even then just letting Young Monster get hit by that forward 2-1 there. Very strange. I'm not really too sure what Young Monster was going for there, but at the same time, both of them played rather well. Dragon has just been suffocating him in that corner.
It's crazy how aggressive he's playing when usually he likes to play nice and patient, play the spacing game, but I think he wants to get to Young Monster and really get in his head early, and it's worked out so far.
Well, here's the thing. If you take a look at his track record of staying back and being patient, he's lost the Young Monster. So maybe he's taking this more aggressive approach to see if maybe that's the way to go with this.
And when we're about to find out, we'll see if Young Monster can adjust this kind of aggressiveness. Let's see if Dragon tries to come in immediately. He kind of baited it with the instant run block, but wow, Dragon going to start what's going to be the mix.
That Hellspark hit Young Monster's pinky toe, and it's still managed to get that conversion, but just drops the trance there. Very unfortunate drop there. Could have got a nice amount of damage, but now Young Monster, all the space to work with, but we know Young Monster to be in the pressure animal that he is.
Oh, this is a scramble situation. A lot of pokes and counter pokes to the Dragon. Eventually one goes into Hellspark. If you keep pressing a button, it will work.
Oh, very nice tech by Young Monster. Still not ready to give up this first round yet. Has the positioning. A little bit of a almost tied in meter. Dragon sitting on almost 2 bars. Young Monster building meters, slowly working his way towards 1.5. But you see now, Young Monster is much more comfortable from full screen, especially against Imposter, whose really only way in is that shoulder charge. And it manages to connect. We talk about it all the time, how Dragon is so good at knowing when to use that shoulder charge and always having that bar meter to work with.
And he spaces it so beautifully. This man is a master at hitting it at just the tip.
It's always just a tip.
Always just a tip, and good block from Young Monster. Wow. The double backdash, getting him out of the danger there. And Dragon up comfortably with a bar. He's blocked so well on Jackie's mix.
Oh, but decides to keep it. Doesn't use the bar. Very smart, knowing that Young Monster was no doubt expecting the use of meter there. And we see there that walk back, just trying to confuse his timing a little bit, but he is doing so well. Dragon ready to close out this first match here. For the second match, just keeping his distance. He doesn't have a bar to work with, so he's not going to take too many risks, but he took one risk, and Young Monster right there ready to punish. Still keeps the plus frames going.
Oh, the jump kick was really late. Dragon, I think, could have got it down one out.
Has to keep it safe. No meter to work with. Just narrowly missing the punish. Young Monster gets clipped again, even with the chip. Dragon now sitting 2-0. Looking to not let history repeat itself.
That was a really tricky situation. Dragon did a down one into shoulder, baiting Revit into counter poking, because if you play against Shinnok enough, you know that down one is your only chance to counter poke, because down 4 into Hellsparks jails. So when you see it down 1, you finally think it's your turn, and Dragon caught him with the shoulder there, and it's been fantastic from Dragon so far. This man looks poised.
It's going to be really hard to take him down. I mean, we've seen Dragon, like we said before, going for the more patient playstyle. This aggressive playstyle almost suits Dragon more than what we've seen in the past, at least with Shinnok. There's no telling how he would do with Katana, but I think he made the right choice with Shinnok. Decided to go for a little bit more of an aggressive playstyle, to not let Young, regardless of getting the meter advantage, it's really to stay away from all that chip. Young Monster is so good at dealing chip damage with Jackie, but being able to stay so aggressive kind of eliminates that ability to do that much damage. And there again, with the shoulder charge, quickly taking the first hit. Oh, but a beautiful punish by Young Monster here.
And kept it meterless. He wants this bar, he wants the launcher, he wants to keep it safe.
Seeing there, all these staggers there. Young Monster, no doubt, was looking to spend the bar, but luckily is just now trying to zone out Dragon, scouting out the teleport. That was beautiful.
And what a conversion, and it just puts him in almost a position to push Dragon to the corner, but Dragon savagely throwing this man back towards the corner himself.
You know, just keeping it safe, like we said, and spending both bars. Young Monster Gonna try and keep his meter here. Hopefully, if he can guess right, but Dragon goes for the grab, gets the quick 16% there, and Young Monster is gonna need to be very careful with his meter, but no punish!
Oh, that was some mind games on top of mind games. He could have meter burned that shoulder, but even then, you should be able to get a poke in between, and that was just savage from Dragon. That he's sitting comfortable, and it's kind of scary.
It's the will of the young man, dude. These are two youngins going at it, both of them with almost no meter to work with. Young Monster barely over a bar, but Dragon has just not giving Young a chance to really do anything.
The double backdash, we've seen it work a few times now for Dragon, just staying away from Jackie's pressure. The potential mix, the potential big damage, Dragon has avoided it all. His spacing has been beautiful, even though he's maintained this aggressive style.
Dragon is really showing that really the best offense is a good defense. It's kind of insane to watch for him to have such great defense and still be so aggressive at the same time. A couple trades there. Dragon looking to close it out, and the EX Hellsparks gonna clip Young Monster, and that is a quick 3-0 for Dragon.
I will tell you, Tweety giving us the bait here.
This is 100% smoke and mirrors. There is no way he's going to go with any other character but possess Kenshi out of the gate. No way you want to be able to risk something like that going into the finals here.
And Rewind going with Cassie wants to abuse that back one pressure against Kenshi. That woman is a footsie machine, and it is very hard for Kenshi to deal with it.
I wonder if he does have a character to deal with that back one.
And here we go.
Bone Shaper at that. And he's going for the zoning playstyle. You know what? I respect it. Shinnok just has the normals that Kenshi doesn't to be able to deal with Cassie's range. Yo, getting that grab. Rewind making a quick clinic so far. And that's that suffocating pressure we've seen him use with Cassie. That win rate, looking to keep that one going.
Immediately blowing up the shoulder. Rewind says, you know what? Trying to catch me off guard, but I am prepared early.
You know what? It's an unfortunate drop, but at the same time, it still shows that he has a presence of mind. I'm not sure what he went for there. The back one in the normal flip kick.
Looking for an overcommitment. Trying to catch Tweety pressing button. Not paying off. What a whip punish from Tweety with forward four.
Wow, and Tweety really impressing me right now with the Shinnok gameplay. Oh, and a savage down two by Rewind to say, get off me, sir. Trying to chip him out, but just misjudges the health.
And look, the EX glow kick having the gigantic forward hitbox for absolutely no reason. Great start here from Rewind.
They're getting that down for the plus frames. Definitely in favor of Rewind right now. And he's really just going for that super aggressive playstyle, using the invincibility frames, saying, sir, it is still not your turn. But Tweety opting for a different situation here. Gets the restand. He's going to decide to go for the maximum damage, and I like it because you know what? He's trying to keep Cassie away by any means necessary. Even if he has the life lead, he's more comfortable staying away from Cassie, and he's doing really well.
Yeah, he's done a great job of keeping Rewind off him, but he has to be careful here. He has no meter. If Cassie gets in, look at all this bar that she is sitting on.
And even then, he had the idea, he wanted to go for the full conversion to be able to close it out, but he had such a nice life lead, he didn't even want to take the risk. He had no reason to, and he knows it. But now here's the issue. He has his back towards the corner. Rewind is sitting on a fully loaded gun.
This man is loaded right now, and no NJP from Rewind. Went for an empty jump. Wow. Way to turn things around. And that was actually a trade in Tweety's favor. No meter versus meter, and Tweety turning things around. Big drop, though.
Oh, but you know what? The recovery definitely going to be able to make it safe. But Rewind going for a interesting conversion, still manages to drop it. Very unfortunate. But this is the pressure that we're talking about. This is what makes Cassie so dangerous. And he's on the verge of taking the first game of the set.
Oh, and that stand one actually beat out the startup there from Tweety. That could have gone either way. So unfortunate. Tweety did have a breaker, but I don't even think that he realized what had happened until it had happened.
It was so fast. And you know what? That's those young man reactions by Rewind to be able to just see that he was going for the stagger into the standing three and immediately hitting him with that 1-2-4.
Whew, young man's game, Big D. Young man's game. Are we considered old? Are we ancient?
I don't see any gray hairs in the mustache. I think you're safe.
I plucked them this morning.
Well, you're not supposed to tell people that, man.
But either way, going back home, as you see here, going to possess Kenshi, maybe felt, but he did really well.
He did very well, but you know what? Maybe it's at this point in the finals, regardless of whether it's double elimination or not, he wants to be able to stay in winners for as long as possible. And no doubt, it's very easy to say that he has put in the most work with Possess, but at the same time, you can almost feel it in the air that he hates this matchup.
Yeah, well, and you know what? You kind of got that feeling when he started that round off with EX over it. He wanted that first bar. He wanted to start it away from Cassie, but such a huge start here from Rewind. Get him in the corner with the knockdown. Is he going to respect the bar? At this point, yeah, I would not have respected it whatsoever. Rewind is playing so well right now. And Tweety on a little bit tilt. That was a wake-up raw flip kick. Rewind, you savage. You absolute savage, sir. That was great.
And this is exactly what we saw by Rewind, not just throughout the season, but this past Wednesday when they played each other before. This is the type of playstyle that Rewind was doing that helped him get that quick 3-0. And we're seeing here, he's taking his time, even if he's taking the little bits of damage, just being able to scout out the missed times in Tweety's meaty setups is incredible.
Baiting out the armor and knowing Tweety's playstyle. A lot of people fall for that check on the second demon. Very smart from Rewind to simply wait it out.
Oh, and that is an easy punish by Tweety, but no meter to work with to keep it going. Gonna have to stick with the 18% punish. And a reverse flip kick. This man has had flip kick buffered since the character select screen.
That was an incredible input to get on reversal. And again, meterless flip kick on anti-air. And this is a chip out situation. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. Tweety going down 2-0 quick to Rewind.
I don't know what else Tweety can be doing right now. He just looks so lost against Cassie. He's tried a different character, did a little bit better, but at the same time, you know, when you go to your bread and butter character and it still doesn't play out the way you want it to, that's where you really need to start making that difficult decision. You know, obviously, someone has to go to the loser's bracket, but Tweety doesn't want that to happen. Like we said, Tweety is one of those players that set count just doesn't matter as much. We've seen him come back from 2-0s 1,000,001 times.
Yeah, and I personally like the keep away game with Shinnok because as you saw there, going back to Kenshi, looked like Rewind picked up right where he left off last week, and I liked that Tweety came out with something different, and it was working. So Tweety may have just mentally checked out here. We'll see what happens, but we know Tweety with this character can do some amazing things and some amazing comebacks.
The comebacks are really the name of the game, but Rewind getting the first hit yet again. This guy has been on fire since the match even started. But now Tweety gonna get a very nice chunk of damage finally. Probably one of the first combos we've had a chance to see as mentioned. Those instant air gunshots gonna be able to help control that neutral. And really just the threat alone between that and Cassie's back one is kind of keeping Tweety on the floor.
Right there, Tweety. You rarely see Tweety respect anything when this man wakes up with a bar, but he actually respected back one there. Wow, Rewind getting things started. He's going to go for the guaranteed mix with the next nut punch here, and he is.
Now what's the mix? Gonna keep it simple and a reverse grab. That was probably the last thing Tweety expected. No doubt he knows Rewind has put on a clinic in the corner, but now Rewind, although taking that first round, lost that corner positioning, thus giving Tweety all of this space to work with. With that back one, looking to try just kind of catch Rewind off guard. You see him playing very patient, but Rewind is just mixing it so perfectly between the staggers, between the grabs. Tweety is getting the little chunks of damage, but it's just not paying off in the end. Rewind going for 21%, no bar to work with, and now finally has a bar. He has buffered that regular flip kick every single time. There you go, finally getting the punish. Tweety not out of it just yet, does not want to be sent to losers. Rewind on the verge of taking the set. So close. Tweety not giving it up just yet, no whip punish.
And simply walking through the demon, and now this is chip territory. What's going to happen?
Down 4. No. Oh, and he still closes it out.
That was crazy. Tweety just put it all on the line. Still would have been plus. So I definitely respect it, but he has been low demon conditioning Rewind that entire round, and the overhead paying off, and the demon coming out of nowhere there. Oh, what an anti-air from Rewind. On a run to be able to react with a stand one. That's some skill right there.
Cancel the run just in time to get that anti-air. But now Tweety, you know what? After that round, I think Tweety's starting to feel a little bit more in his groove. You see how easily he's able to control that space. Still getting clipped by the back one, but other than that...
Every single time, Big D. Rewind has those reactions. This man came to play tonight.
Oh, and this is looking devastating for Tweety. Gonna try and go for the quick jump in setup. Tweety using the bar, no meter to work with when gets flipped.
The first time it doesn't anti-air, but still an uphill battle.
He's not out of it just yet. Rewind scouting out the overheads left and right. And the down two after the run in. Rewind catching him in the air.
And can we talk about how much he blocked before that run up down two? He blocked everything Tweety threw at him. That is not only the mark of a great player, but man.
Young, wait.
Absolutely, and you know these two play a billion times a day with each other, and it's going to be interesting because the last time I saw these two play was a long while back, and it was incredibly close.
No doubt one of these brothers are going to be very salty after the set. Remember, this is the loser side. The loser of this is eliminated from the tournament, and their Season 2 journey comes to an end. You take a look quickly at Revit's characters with Tanya and had a little bit of score from Tanya with a 56.25% win rate, and of course Young with a 62.96 win rate with Jackie.
Oh, and look at the walk back, using that incredibly fast walk back speed from Jackie to just casually walk away from that drill kick. That was insane.
And this is really one of the beautiful things to be able to see. Really, you only see it among training partners for the most part. Being that they play together so much, undoubtedly, they're really going to need to be pulling out every single trick in the book to be able to throw each other off. We're talking surprises that they haven't even seen before. But now, take a look. Young Monster actually got the first round there, but like we said, Revit is a monster really with Tanya across all variations.
And turning things around quick. Oh, it's coming off the bar for the extra damage, 36%. Oh, great damage, and that is a launcher. That should close it out. And just like that, flick of the switch, back and forth already between these two.
It's one of those things you gotta wonder if they're giving each other props right now. From next to each other. Think about it. This is a tournament setting, a first of three, just like anything else. And this is an extremely close. Look at just the trickery by Dragon Naginata.
This is one of my favorite things to watch here in the Kombat Cup is Revit leafing with Dragon Naginata. The way that he controls space, and it's just something that you have to look at and almost admire. The way that he's thinking ahead, and all of the movements are insane. But here we go. Jackie doing her damage, knocking down in the corner, and doesn't respect a wake-up whatsoever. Does Young Monster. A wake-up drill kick there could have turned things around and force a breaker. But Young Monster getting game number one here.
And you know what? And it's almost, even though it went to the third round, Young Monster really had control over most of those rounds. Revit Leafing really came alive in that second round, answering back with a very strong little round of his own. But in that third round, that was all Young Monster.
Oh, and what a start from Revit here.
Revit has had really good control of the mid-screen, but the only issue with this is that he keeps putting himself in the corner. You see here, finally be able to switch positions, keeping his back in the open space. No doubt that's where he needs to be, but Young Monster disrespecting the meaty setup. That was beautiful.
That is confidence right there. If you delay your wake up through a meaty and you swing, the ball's on that man. And the knowledge to have played his brother probably that many times, and that was probably... What's scary is that was probably, meant to be.
And look at this interesting keep away game. No doubt Revit was trying to stay away from with those teleports because he had the life lead. Now he has no choice but to go in the danger zone, and Young Monster taking round number one narrowly. But Revit Leafing has a little bit of a meter advantage, sitting on a fully loaded gun, while Young Monster not too far behind. Samage now too in that mid-screen game. And here comes some juicy corner damage. Dragon Naginata not known for really that heavy damage, but 32% in this sort of fashion is definitely nothing to underrate. We're seeing now just kind of frantically trying to keep the turn in his favor, but now we've seen on the other side how Young Monster can do some massive damage in the corner. Revit knowing that, going for the reverse grab and taking round number two yet again.
Both of these guys awful close to both having X-Ray. Young Monster already there, and wow! coming off 2 bars, going for some big damage, 39%. But a quick wake up from Young Monster to reverse the positioning, and Revit just getting out of the corner for free there with the wake up kick.
And Racino, this is exactly what we were talking about before. Revit has the life lead. Oh, but he goes in and gets hit with that whiff punish. Now Young Monster still has the positioning to work with. Revit needs to stay away from the corner, and that is not the way to do it. He is now off his meter, and now doesn't have the life lead. He has to go in, but that is not the way to do it. Getting clipped by that jump, Young Monster on the verge and closing it out in style. And we finally get to see a quick start into the player select. We never get to see that in an online tournament.
Exactly, you have to wait for it to go back to character select. And that was a scary situation for Revit because that would have chipped out no matter what on block. And Revit had to do something to try to get out of there. And you know what, there's not much you can do when that forward one's coming. That is a mid-mid. I mean, a wake up drill kick, maybe might be fast enough, the way that he tried to meaty that. But do you see what just happened on the screen? A Jackie mirror.
You can only imagine what they're saying to each other right now. You know they have to be saying something. Not only Jackie mirror, full auto mirror.
Full auto mirror, and what a whip punish to start us out from Revit with Young's character.
You can imagine the amount of salt if he actually gets away with it, but Young Monster doing extremely well right now. There you go, trying to get something started there, but a quick drop. You can obviously tell that he's not as comfortable with Jackie as he is with Tanya. But being that he's down 2-0, this is his lock for the remainder of the set. A beautiful hit conversion, trying to get as much damage as possible. Unfortunate drop at the end, but he still has the right lead to work with.
And Revit leaving lead now. Oh, he didn't commit to a 1-2-1-2, and there's no reason whatsoever not to do 1-2-1-2.
Gets hit, nice block. It's still getting the plus switch, but misses the anti-air. Should have just got that down 2. No doubt would have helped him take that round, but now Young Monster sitting on set point, looking to eliminate his brother in the online-offline set. There we go. Revit leafing, getting thrown into the corner. The reset, using the bar, and it proves to be successful. Here comes another juicy setup, but just misses it. Spending that bar to stay far away from that dangerous damage.
A great conversion here from Revit. It's almost as if he knows what this character is about.
It's weird. It's like he's seen someone play the character before.
Yeah, all the time. Big drop, though. And luckily, Jackie's limb's not enough there, and it dropped the conversion again. Anything can happen now.
Not like this. You do not want to drop that conversion and stop yourself from taking a round.
It got 1 bullet. That's all he needed was 1 bullet there through the EX rocket, and Revit staying alive as best he can right now.
If he was only a few frames off, that would have cost him the entire set. You see now just kind of trading bullets there. But another drop that Revit needs to pick up the execution here if he wants to take not even this game, not even the set, but just the game alone.
Look at how much mix Young Monster is throwing right now. And back into the corner, here we go.
Wait a minute, Revit coming to life. Look at all this damage, going for the EX grab, for the reset.
Full run.
Going for the grab, unbreakable damage. Ducks the grab. I don't believe it.
Oh
Look at
my
that.
gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Revit leafing, the quick micro reads at the end there were kind of, and I say kind of, they were kind of ridiculous.
Now we need to talk about something real quick. Revit was on the verge of being eliminated.
Now, watch
mirroring.
this. Watch Young Monster pick Tanya.
But what does that say for his brother to take him off
Just
his main?
like that.
So is that what they're doing?
I
Now, this
actually-
has become a moral. This
I
has become a
actually
moral match.
have known that they play each other's characters on the regular. And so we get a little bit of a treat here, guys. This is the most savage thing you will ever see between two brothers that play the game.
Now keep
Good
in
Lord.
mind, without the hush being there, know that Young Monster is playing Pyro and Revit is playing Jackie.
Who would have thought?
I never would have thought I've seen this in a million years. But even now, Revit Leafing is making good use of that absorption that full auto can work with. Running all the way in with a whiff punish. Revit Leafing getting some damage, but still does not have the life lead to work with, even after that follow-up. Gets the mess up, but unfortunately just missing. Here comes Young. The purple dust still ready to go.
And it was such a great match, and it looked like it comboed.
Wait a minute.
Oh, doesn't get away from that one though, and now they're back to full screen, which is where Young Monster has been winning this match against full auto of all characters.
Young Monster still sitting on set point, but Revit leafing not ready to give it up just yet. It's still looking to at least take this to the third round. Doing relatively well, but he has no leader to work with. Young Monster has been amazing. Oh, that is a massive, massive, massive punish. Oh, just barely clipping him there. Unfortunate for Young Monster, no follow-up can be made. You see just kind of a scramble here. Gets hit by the fully charged.
Huge damage! Sent right back, but wow, just like that. Just like that.
Young Monster taking it with the reverse character switch. Offline. That was offline. That was an offline set that now Young Monster took over Revit leafing, and Young will advance on into the losers bracket. So Revit leafing
And the loop, okay? So tune in to our Twitter at all times, really, but especially later.
I think we might, there might be a little something there in store for everyone. We really like our Twitter.
We do really like our Twitter, but until that time, we got ourselves a match. Finally, we got Sonic Fox versus Illusions.
And like we said, this is going to be really anyone's set. We're seeing them go out of the gate with their respective mains for the most part. Illusions with one of the scariest
Stand 3 anti-air. Never in my life, in the glory of all that is Atlantis, have I seen a Stand 3 come out of Quan and hit somebody.
Oh, there's that hard knockout. That's going to be extremely hard to deal with. Illusions needs to get that portal into play so he can stay away from Sector's insane zoning game. Oh, gets clipped by the 1-2. No doubt Illusions going for the full damage into the hard knockdown to put that portal into play. Dashes forward, pushing him a little bit more towards the corner, but doesn't have that armor to work with for the next few seconds. Misjudged the timing. Oh, what?
Oh, anything can happen here, and that is going to be close to death. I'm not too sure this BNB will do it. He does get the jump over, though, which is the damage.
No, he dropped it. No.
Sonic Fox didn't confirm anything. They already hit him in the ground. What?
He wasn't even on the screen.
What?
He was not even on the screen. Illusions, no doubt, had a sigh of relief there. Illusions tried to go with the meter burn portal there, trying to get rid of some of that meter that Fox has to work with. Doesn't get the meter burn portal into play, but at the same time still gets that nice conversion. And here comes that armor portal.
After seeing Skydrop hit all the way through the ground, should we really buff Skydrop?
I don't even know anymore. What kind of hitbox was that, Paulo, if you're watching? Please.
Oh, it's Sonic Fox not getting the punish. He didn't recognize that Illusion didn't have the meter until it was too late. Now he does have the bar, and welcome to Mix City. He's going to get the corner. He's going to get the portal. And this is S+ tier Quan Chi, ladies and gentlemen. This is armored launchers on almost every button this man presses, and that's going to do it. Illusions takes the first game from Sonic Fox to start us off here.
Not just the first game in a lightning fashion, both rounds. Sonic Fox did not get a single round off of Illusions. That is not something you normally see between these two.
We've seen Illusions play Fox close before, even in this season where he was up 2-0 and Sonic Fox mounted that Fox comeback. I mean, Fox has been in those situations. He's got the clutch factor, and going to a relic here, going back
the fossil
to Erroneous. Blacksmith here.
You have to give him props, though. He's picking the right skin with Gunslinger. That white hat is by far the swaggiest thing in the game.
For sure. And Sonic Fox has yet to hit us with the hidden brutality. All season long, we've been dying for it.
Illusions, no doubt, does not want to start now. Already losing that first hit, but jumps right in.
He went right through the coin. The coin didn't even matter. That had to have been a foreign coin, and it did not transfer over.
Getting that armor to play, Illusions has done so well with this zoning game, and just having that timing on lockdown. Oh, and he uses the armor, and what a conversion! This is going to be tricky to keep going. He's going to decide to keep it simple with that hard knockdown, and he still has that hit of armor to work with. And you see Sonic Fox almost over-respecting that hit of armor.
And right there, that's the mind game that our Lord and Savior Apollo gave Quan Chi. Now it's a guessing game off of Rune.
And Fox finally showing some signs of life for almost the first time in this entire set. Now, Illusions, it's almost out of the portal, but he's going to try and keep something going, but another miss with punish.
And he still was in the portal. Can we talk about how big the portal is? Can we talk about that for a second?
His pinky toe wasn't even in there. That was the toenail of the pinky toe that still gave him that hit of armor.
Please.
Please. Paulo, where are you, man? Still gets that hit of armor.
Illusions has been throwing out those portals in the most unsafe fashion these past 2 rounds. That's something that he has to adjust, and overcommitting for once.
Wow, and just picking up right where he left off. Illusions, it seems like he's kind of falling apart here. He needs to be very careful, especially with the meter use.
Oh, and giant counterpoke.
He has to break here. But he has no meter to break, and that's going to do it. Are we going to see the brutality? Wait, is this what? Maybe he heard you. Maybe he heard you.
Brutality.
Wait for it.
Enjoy that one.
We're waiting. Where's the crow? What a tease.
Back in 1990,
What a tease.
that's where the crow is, because we ain't getting it tonight.
Arguably, I don't even want to give him that win. He did not even give us the crow. I know he hears us. So, Fox, I know you hear us.
I think it's off the regular throw. That was the command throw.
You might be right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. That's fine. That's fine. It's now 1-1, but now he forces Illusions off of Quan.
Going to Reptile, and I've played a lot of Reptiles in my day, and Illusions is my favorite to watch. His use of Basilisk, second to none. He will use it at every opportunity, after every claw on hit, even full screen, he will zone with it. No other Reptile uses it as much and as effectively as Illusions.
And this is interesting because you don't normally see Fox play against a Reptile player, let alone one of this caliber. I mean, Illusions, no stranger to execution, and
Just like right there, Basilisk up, and now this zoning becomes even harder to deal with.
I wonder if the Caltrops knocks him out of Basilisk. Maybe Fox knows something that we don't. That's an interesting thing to take a look, but either way, Illusions had no reason to go after him, went for the zoning opportunity, and took full advantage. Taking in the first round, showing that Reptile is now a pretty interesting pick against Fox. But this is one of those things that we have to go back to. Both these guys have a wide variety of characters to choose from. Who is Fox going to use if he goes down as Aaron Black? But he's not even thinking about that right now. Gets a nice little, a nice juicy corner combo.
Now, even though he's done a match right now. Now, listen to me. Sonic Fox with this character is the most clutch thing I've ever seen in Mortal Kombat X.
I mean, he has an achievement named after him.
Trust me, guys, I was there from the beginning. In person, this man with Aaron Black has mounted some of the greatest comebacks that you will ever witness. And I will never count out this man with Aaron Black.
And that was so smart by Sonic Fox. He canceled the gunman stance because he knew that the pistol shots were not going to actually chip out. So he goes for it one more time and then guaranteeing the chip. Breaks the forward 4 slide. I'm not sure if that was intended.
What a whip punishing conversion from Sonic Fox. This is getting scary. Illusions back to the corner.
If Illusions wants to get back into this game, he needs to get out of that corner right now. Down 4 straight out of the 4-4 slide again, letting Fox respect that the Basilisk, but
what a block! He
who
knew
blocks that.
He knew. He said Illusions. I've seen it before. I've watched the archives, okay? I went to youtube.com/streamyvids. I've seen you do forward 4 slide multiple times before while you're in Basilisk. That is a launcher. That's a whip punish from Illusions. He's up 2-1 now on Sonic Fox, 1 game away from sending Fox to losers here in round 1 of our Season 2 finale, top 8.
And Fox is actually sticking with Aaron Black. I didn't think that was going to be the call to make here, but you know what? Maybe he needed a match to adjust the Reptile. He's a very confident player, but as is Illusions. You take a look at his playstyle, just this calm, cool, collected, rush-down play. It's so calculated, but it's so successful.
Oh, and there's that coin, and what a conversion from Sonic Black, down 4, command grabbing off the entire, and Illusions has gotten caught waking up meaninglessly quite a few times. And now, is he going to succeed here? Yeah, he doesn't want to come off any bar. He wants to hold it going into the next round. I actually like that from Illusions. He was down so far on the health lead. Don't give Fox more meter. Don't block.
Ooh, and just barely clips him with the EX slow force ball. Definitely the easiest way to help get that pressure. The back 2 from the air.
Get out of my airspace. This thing hits everywhere, and Sonic Fox has the knowledge there.
Those gimmicks are not going to work, and Illusion should know better than to use stuff like that against someone like Sonic Fox. Oh, it still clips it. Oh, just barely misses the conversion. No doubt tried to get the neutral jump punch instead. Input error, unfortunately leaving some damage to be left off of the table.
Overcommitting with the slide, and now he's off all of his meter. Anything can happen here.
Oh, doesn't spend the bar. Illusion's trying to make something work, and this is no doubt going to kill.
It wasn't even active yet. The bubble was right there. It was being formed. The acid was there, and it was just stripped away from him with that run-up stand 2 from Sonic Fox. This is getting crazy, guys. We got ourselves a Game 5. Let's get some hype in that chat.
The first Game 5 of the night, and nonetheless, they are sticking with the same exact characters.
Guys, let's see those emotes in that chat. I want to see some Echo Fox emotes if you want Fox to take this, or some Noble emotes if you want to see Illusions pull off the, dare I say, upset.
And you know what? It would be called an upset. Sonic Fox has taken him the better part. Most, if not every single time they've met, and here comes Fox with some beautiful max damage corner combo here. Gonna be just shy of 40%.
Oh, and just shoving him into the corner still. And Sonic Fox, look at how much meter this man has going into what could be the final round. Fully loaded. That's a full stick of butter. Oh, man.
And Sonic Fox is just scouting everything out that Illusions has been doing. He's just keeping that distance. That space is so hard to deal with as Reptile. But here he comes, getting that Basilisk going. And here comes that zone. He's gonna at least build some meter, get some chip damage, but Sonic Fox gets clipped by the force ball.
Oh, didn't have the stamina to fully convert that, but that's okay. The forward four and Oki catches Sonic Fox pressing a button, and look at
Shades
the
of Milky situation. Hey, hey, hey. And here, Game 5, last round. Loser is going into the loser side.
Frightening stuff, both of these guys playing lights out. And Sonic Fox still has all of his meter. Illusion's trying to get it. No punish, though, from Sonic Fox on the EX. He does another one. Illusion's playing a little too risky right now.
And you see now he's going for a little bit more of the full screen game, knowing that those force balls have taken the better of Sonic Fox pretty much for the majority of the set. Look at that, just controlling that space, hits him with the back two, going for the hard knockdown in the Basilisk. Very smart good. EX wake up by Fox. Just barely missing that whiff punish there. Nice backdash to escape the last bit of chip damage there. Illusion still looking to get the better part of Fox, but now he's sitting on his last legs, goes for the EX slide. This could be death,
and that is going to do it. A Noble Illusions takes it over Sonic Fox. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, that was out of nowhere.
Fox has fallen in the first round of the winner's side. It's out in your face, lightning fast.
All the time.
He doesn't let up.
Even at full screen, just a flick of the switch with that fade, and it could be lights out.
And now he's going to go ahead with Imposter, which is an interesting choice against Ethereal Molina.
Yeah, the couple times that we watched this in the top 8s, Dragon is an absolute savage, and he loves to roll Molina. And I think it's out of spite, because we know how self-inducing Molina's roll can be. We've all tried to down one Molina and get low profiled for it.
You know, because that's what's supposed to happen in this game.
Paulo.
But here he comes, getting the 4-3 to connect. Look at all of this damage!
45%, that's some big girl damage if I've ever seen one. Dragon trying to reverse some kind of momentum with that Savage down 2, but the damage had already been done.
And here we go, Samage, and almost just feeling right at home, taking the first round in a pretty nice fashion. Dragon not ready for the Hellsparks to connect, gets a very wonky conversion. But speaking of wonky conversions, hitting Molina out of the floorboards. Here comes that setup. Look at all of the damage. Dragon with an amazing conversion, not only getting that damage, but also keeping his back in open space, forcing that oppressing pressure that Shinnok can offer.
There we go, big conversion. And you know what? In a normal situation, some players would still succeed this round, but Samage never gives up. He believes he can win this round. That is frightening.
Never give up, never surrender, but Dragon still takes the second round. I'm so happy you got that.
that was a behind the camera moment between Big Nap. Here we go. Counter poke. Using the hit stun, gets the throw. Gets the position towards the corner and not falling for the staggers. Dragon this time.
You see, he's trying to. Dragon's going for a little bit more back into what we're so used to seeing him do. He kind of sits back and controls that footsie space. But Samage, being the machine he is up close, I mean, just take a look at this pressure. He knows when to use the meter, when to go for the staggers, when to keep the plus frames, and don't you dare try to anti-air Samage or Molina. And just look at the damage, and that's not going to close out, but that puts him in chip territory. Wow, goes for a risky jump in, and he still has a chance to do something with this. And the trade, Samage.
That was scary. If Samage got opened up one time, against a potential Vortex, pretty scary stuff.
And you know what? And that's that mental fortitude we talk about with all of these high-end players, that you need to have that cool, calm, and collected behavior when the going gets that tough.
Yes, and guys, Samage now, having already taken as many games as he has off Dragon the entire season with that one. So that goes to show you how prepared Samage is for this top 8. He let Season 1 slip. In the finale, he was the point leader going in. He looked confident, and here, again, looking confident, trying to make it into winners finals. This was the match to get into grand finals from loser's side that Dragon took from Samage.
And no doubt he wants to let himself fall short in the finals for the second time in a row. Dragon getting a reversal grab, quick 12%, and we see here's that, the down forward Hell Sparks, the bane of most of our existences.
And what a backdash from Dragon. I would not have the audacity to backdash off of a Psy on hit from Molina. That thing is plus probably 8,492.
Or 8,493, but that's the savagery of being a young player, man. I'm telling you, that is the attack. But here we go, getting a beautiful air-to-air conversion. Gonna keep it simple with the 15%, but Samage, beautiful block on the back three by Shinnok. And there's a scout on the teleport. That's what's really going to make this hard for Dragon. The mobility severely limited due to Molina's amazing anti-air options. See, now Samage just kind of back on there, but then that's what we're talking about.
That was scary. He whiffed a stand one and baited Dragon into pressing a button and simply swiped him for it. That was insane from Samage.
But we're talking about how you can switch between being aggressive and defensive at the same time. And Samage is a perfect textbook example of that right now. So Dragon finally getting a hit conversion yet again. Here comes the trance, and what is for dinner? A beautiful forward four right on the dinner plate, and some juicy damage to wash it down with.
37 is going to add on 16. He does not add on 15 with the forward four into the amulet. And what a tech from Samage. And whoa, just a run-up fade. And he does not have any breaker, but the rarest drop. He still picks it up. Wow, Samage is playing good right now. That was a huge drop. Never have I seen him drop that, it seems. I'm picking it right back up. He still had a fade. He's so scary with one bar. He's never out. As you said earlier, never give up.
Never surrender. But still, you have to take a look at what Samage has been capable of. Even when he drops those combos, he knows the momentum is still in his favor, and he just keeps that pressure going. It does not matter if he drops it.
He's able to see it so fast. Guys, they say, you know, vampires have a 1%er, which is a day walker. Well, gamers have a 1%er and they're frame walkers, okay? These guys can see the frames, okay? They're in there, and they just see it happen, and you know what? Young man reactions.
And it's just one of those things, man. And for the two of them to go up against each other with reactions like that is absolutely incredible. And really, Dragon is not out of it just yet. He may be down 2-0, but each match has been extremely close.
Yeah, if you talk about clutch in Mortal Kombat X, Dragon is the epitome right there.
You look up clutch in the textbook, you're going to be able to see a picture of Dragon.
Exactly. Eating some Kraft mac and cheese, but that's for later.
Slash Lunchables.
Ooh. Pizza Lunchables.
Pizza Lunchables. I was just about to say that, but here we go, getting a 12% grab. And Samage has just been so on point with these blocks. The fuzzing, you know, just by looking at that, he's been practicing it.
No, not afraid of Dragon's wake up whatsoever. But Dragon picking it up, and is he going to jump over? No, I had expected him to try to reverse the positioning, but catches Samage, not watching his feet.
You gotta watch your toes, young man. You see here, just ducking under it, try not to give Samage any more meter than he has to work with. We've seen here, it's getting down to the wire. A beautiful tack on the grab by Samage. And then just a beautiful hit confirm, seeing that Dragon let go and block Jury, expecting a stagger, and Samage now sitting on set point.
He only, the window there to hit confirm, again, those young man reactions. I mean, the first part was blocked, and to see the second and third part of that string hit, oh.
The reversal grab, now Samage has that corner pressure to work with. Dragon just dashing up and going for a back three, and it actually connects. for perhaps the first time this set. Deciding not to spend the meter, very smart choice. Knowing that Samage isn't really in a position to really risk it right now, but he goes for it anyway, and this time Dragon there with the punish, unfortunate drop.
Oh, and there's no low profile in that bad boy. Coming in hot.
No, that trance pretty much virtually safe from that range. It hits him with it this time.
That's that Michelangelo raw trance out of nowhere, but Shinnok does possess it.
Oh my god, that was a beautiful whip punish on the whip grab by Samage. Now has the corner positioning again, and just take a look at that pressure.
And he's gonna build another bar. He just built another bar in that sequence.
And besides the bar, look at the chip that he's dishing out that's virtually safe. Dragging it with down one into a reverse grab. Looking to close out this round, but Samage can still close out this set right now. Going for a little bit more. Oh my
just
god!
the tip of the shoulder. The Dragon special. Samage had nowhere else to go. There was no more space left on the screen. Back was literally to the wall. Shoulder wasn't coming.
On the very tip of that shoulder pad by Shinnok, still connected. And that really kept Dragon in this set right now. He could very easily put himself in a position to take this game, but Samage obviously going to do everything in his power not to let that happen. You take a look at all of that damage. Already spent a bar, about to have another one to work with, and there it is. Beautiful blocks by Dragon on that forward three.
Oh my god, what just happened? The meter burn track down the fade. Now we've pretty much seen everything.
I mean, it just never ceases to amaze me. You see players like this wait a minute.
As long as Samage has one. And wow, what a turnaround.
Beautiful tech by Dragon. He's not out of it just yet. Just slowly ticking away here. The down two off of the instant recovery of Molina's down one. And Samage taking it 3-0 over Dragon. By a little bit over 1%. And like we said, this is the first time these two are going up against each other, so there's really no telling what we're going to be expecting to see, regardless, even more so, what they're expecting from each other.
Yep.
Now, obviously, these two have seen each other play, but they have yet to experience it firsthand, and that's what we're about to see right now. Fox getting hit by the overhead, but answering back with a normal flip kick, but no follow-up. And this is going to be interesting, because Fox is going Hollywood Cassie. Who did Tweety lose to? Hollywood Cassie. Exactly. But this is an extremely different outcome so far from Tweety. And this is going to be, oh my god, that down two.
And the inputs from Sonic Fox were not where he wanted them. He got a raw flip kick wake up into an interactable log toss.
Oh, and that back one eating up Kenshi's down four. Very smart by Sonic Fox. Just trying to stay in there and deal as much pressure to Tweety as possible. But this is all that mix that he's good for. Besides that, Tweety just casually trying to spend the bar, or build up a bar there.
Ooh, and I actually liked that check from Tweety on Sonic Fox's approach. But Sonic Fox says, oh well, I'm still going to remain aggressive.
And the down three, no doubt, would have followed into a flip kick if necessary. Sonic Fox answering back with the second round and has a full stick of butter to work with. Tweety almost sitting on 2 bars. Kenshi, no stranger. Oh my god, a beautiful down one. Anti-air, but unfortunately no conversion. And there's that flip kick that gave Tweety so many problems the last time he ran into Cassie earlier tonight. Beautiful blocks on that forward 3-4 there.
Yeah, we praised Rewind for his inputs on Cassie, but can we talk about Sonic Fox as well? And Sonic Fox, wow, everything working for him. Just needs one more hit, whipping, and the meterless flip kick. Everything that Rewind did, Sonic Fox did as well. And even added on to it, Sonic Fox, we know, has some clutch situations with that EX Nut Punch going through the armor. They're not taking any damage, giving her some hit advantage. And Sonic Fox, even though
there is a new king.
Maybe uncomfortable there in round number 1.
Absolutely.
Got some bad inputs, but picked it right back up, and Sonic Fox now up 1-0 on Tweety in the first round of losers.
And it goes right back to what we were talking about before. These two had never met, so it's really going to take a little bit to kind of feel each other out as far as their play style. But now Tweety's going to try and keep Fox on edge, makes the switch to Bone Shaper Shinnok, but this could actually hurt him more than help him, considering that Fox not only has a little bit of a Shinnok, but has played some of the best Shinnok players in the world, no doubt. The saga, the never-ending saga between him and Dragon, he's had his fair share. But Tweety with the Bone Shaper.
Yep, him versus Dragon, him v DJT, him v Wound Cowboy. There's a lot of Sonic Fox versus Shinnok throughout the ages, especially Bone Shaper.
That laundry list of experience in this matchup could help him, but Tweety, beautiful scout on that wake up there. Gonna no doubt keep Fox standing now that he has that corner pressure to work with. Fox jumping immediately out, and the beautiful whip punish by just walking back and then advancing with that Cassie backboard.
Oh, and reversal overhead from Tweety. This is what is happening. Keeping it unbreakable. Tweety doesn't want Fox to mount a comeback.
I don't know what he tried going for there. That might have been the read and a half, the most godlike thing we've ever seen, if it worked.
Sonic Fox I think he just reacted to movement, but
Tweety must have breathed.
This is not Dragon, and whereas Dragon would have been in that perfect range for the tip to hit, and Sonic Fox I think is was ready for it.
Wow, can we talk about that 242 trip guard right there? That was beautiful, beautiful by Sonic Fox. Getting some of that pressure.
Oh, and there's nowhere to go. Your back is to the corner, and Tweety gonna hold on to this meter going into the final round of game number 2.
No doubt, really the only option at that point. But now they're both sitting virtually. That is a huge risk. Not the way you want to start at round number 3. Keeping him full screen away. Tweety really been kind of opting for more of a zoning playstyle here, and it seems to be working out very well. Sonic Fox gonna hold on to his meter just in case. But really, Tweety opting to go in. Now, this is trouble. He just put himself in the corner with no breaker to work with.
And jumping with the most active thing that he could so he could try to negate an anti-air attempt from Cassie, and whipping a forward 4. That's a no-no. Sonic Fox all over it, and now he can literally mix this man to death if he dare chooses to, and he does. 18% safe. And here we go.
This is how it all started when Tweety put himself in the corner. Could have avoided all of that and the flip kick. And just like that, Fox steals that round away. I mean, I am talking Tweety was already thinking about the next match and then lost it.
That was insane. And guys, again, Tweety with this Bone Shaper pick, really close game. I say stick to it. He didn't stick to it before. I don't think that he trusted his gut enough. I think that he needs to stick this out with Bone Shaper, because if he reverts back to Kenshi, it could be what we've seen for, what is that, 3 straight games now, Cassie v Kenshi, which is just
100%.
a roller coaster of pain.
He is going to stick with Bone Shaper Shinnok. It's the right call. If he didn't put his own nail in the coffin by putting himself in that corner, he would have taken that game and it would have been a 1-1 tie. But now Sonic Fox sitting on set point in loser's side.
Yes.
Tweety on the verge of going 0-2 here in the winner's final, here in the season 2 final.
And starting off with a back one to open up Tweety, and what a savage check from Tweety in plus range. Whoa.
Tweety is putting on this clinic of pressure and really getting the meter, but he's going to hold on to the meter, almost just kind of sitting here taking this damage in stride. And a neutral jump punch. Now Tweety decides to break. He has a hell of a mountain to climb right now. He's going to do his best. Oh, clips Fox with the back 3. Nice chunk of damage, but now he has no meter to work with, no doubt. Going to try and bait Sonic Fox out here. Down 4, low profiling that jump in just by that narrow skin.
And these are the most instant air guns that you will see. Those are crisp. And what a reaction from Fox on the approach from Tweety, and not to get clipped on that down 4, as a Tweety would have approached with a forward 4 just out of range, probably would have beaten that down 4. But Tweety overcommitting on the run to get right on Fox, eats that down 4, eats the plus frames, eats the pressure afterwards.
Tweety gets some damage. He always seems to start out relatively well in the beginning of the round, and Fox just baiting out everything he dishes out. There's a plus frame, disrespecting him. Fox is staying patient. He knows he doesn't have to take the risk right now. He has the meter lead, has the life lead, but now Tweety sitting with that corner pressure. But the miss! Unfortunate drop on that conversion there. And another empty jump in into the 242. Huge damage. Tweety, no meter to break. Fox going for the chip, and the flip kick is going to do it. He eliminates Tweety in the Season 2 Finals, 3-0. And that's just really an unfortunate way to go out. Tweety, one of the monsters of the Season 2 here in the Kombat
Cassie
Club.
wins.
Absolutely. And it's a shame that when you get into the first round of losers and your opponent is Sonic Fox.
Take a look, third place is sitting there with $700. Fourth and fifth place, or fourth place, excuse me, getting $400. Fifth place getting $100, and sixth place also with $100. So if you make it into the top 6, you're already in the money.
You're getting paid.
Imagine what you could do. $1,500 for first place.
$1,500.
Imagine if the stakes were raised. But here we go into round number 1 of the set. Illusion is going to stick with Sorcerer Quan and Rewind, going with Flame Fist Liu Kang.
He has a great win record with Flame Fist, and he wants to just pressure this man to death. And already going to get some huge damage as that Flame Fist is already active. And oh my gosh, 39%.
And the beautiful chip damage to follow up with. Illusion's blinked, and he's already looking at like an 80% deficit. But gets the clean jump in. Here comes some really nice. Oh no, he keeps it simple. I cannot believe that he gets the 4-4. The mix is so real, and the dream alive as Illusion's narrowly taking round number 1.
Round 2.
Not only getting that round 1, has the corner to work with. Oh, very nice quick conversion by Rewind. And this is just the type of player that Rewind is. He can convert off of almost everything.
Here we go. What a run-in and catching that portal. That was insane from Rewind. I don't know if it was a reaction or what, but the moment that you see those hands start to twist, you've got to run in and check this man, especially with Liu Kang, where you have an armor shredding normal.
And you know what? And I like the idea of him going Flame Fist. It's just Liu Kang in general. That back one is going to eat up all of Quan's armor whenever that portal is in play. Wow, and just let's have it. You see there, that back one going to be an absolute wonder here in this matchup. And Rewind takes round number 2 pretty much. I wouldn't say with ease, but it was a little bit more comfortable with him. He's still sitting on a bar to work with Illusions.
Oh.
That is not how you want to start. Lucky for him, Rewind with probably definitely a very unfortunate punish.
Yeah, he had him cornered. If he would have activated Flame Fist, and another huge risk from Illusions.
What recovery!
Oh, and the 50-50 with everything on the line. Illusions would have been on life alert if he would have gotten punished there.
There you go, beautiful 35% meterless. The portal is in play. Gonna be able. Whoa, the hitbox!
What in tarnation just happened? That hit everywhere!
What?
It didn't actually hit him, but it actually hit him.
Holy hitbox. Now, he's not gonna be phased. Rewind still sitting in a pretty good position. Armoring right through it, on the verge of helping to take it, but here comes that really tricky zoning, and there's a punish, the 1-2, narrowly closing out game number 1. This is, I'm going to say, a extremely even matchup so far.
This has been crazy, and Illusions has been getting by the skin of his teeth. It has been so close. Wow.
This is hard to say, man. He's going to go straight back into it with Flame Fist Liu Kang. I think it's the right call. The idea on paper is helping him out, but Illusions playing so well right now. And just the meter management, I think, is really what's helping him out the most. He knows when to meter burn the room, when to keep the meter, and all of these jump and punch conversions are really just making quick work of Rewind right now. The armor portal comes into play, and there's that juicy zone. He's going to take his time. Obviously, none of us want anything to do with that pressure.
Rewind got caught in just a respect bubble there as he was staring at a money pit of armor that was raining on Quan. And Illusions, seeing that respect, running up, catching him with the low, bringing him to this corner, and just mauling him to death with a flawless.
That is definitely the mayo on the chicken sandwich.
That was a savage indeed.
So he's going for the breaker. Oh, doesn't let the back 3 connect. Very smart by Rewind, but still manages to get hit. Unfortunate drop, but opening him up with these mixes.
Oh, great down 2 from Rewind. And gets Quan full screen without a portal up. And you have to keep checking. You do not want him to get that portal up. That is where Rewind has fallen apart with a backdash on the meter burn.
There you go. And you see, that's what we're talking about with the meter management by Liu. He knew Rewind was going to try and get out of that EX rune, so he doesn't even spend the rune, keeps it relatively safe by conditioning alone. Wow, another beautiful backdash by Rewind. And again, the jump-in punches are killing Rewind right now. And there goes all of his meter. He has no meter to work with right now.
And he's going to throw the mix. What a backdash from Rewind. Anything can happen.
No!
Oh, not like this.
Illusions.
Not like this.
You could tell that went so differently in Illusion's head right now. You can tell he's thinking to himself, yeah, that's how I'm going to close it out and go up 2-0 and rewind, shutting that down quicker than Negan. Oh, clipped him with the last hit of that string, but still no conversion.
But we know, watching Illusions, he has such a high hit rate with Skydrop.
And the air-to-air again. Illusions has shown that he controls the air. That air is all that belongs to Illusions right now. And an empty jump forward in the jump back and using that armor is just the smartest play by Illusions right now.
He's gonna pull up again. He gets it after the whip down 3, and now he's back in the muddy pit. And this is just, he just pressed the buttons. Why not? You have hyper armor around you. But luckily, Illusions over-jumping, overextending, putting his back to the corner.
Wow, and a hell of a block on that back too by Illusions.
Oh, and this time it works.
Okay, you want to talk about Illusions just throwing it all out there? If that missed,
GG's.
she was dead.
GG's.
In the corner, no meter is quad. No amount of life alert is going to save you from that. But now, luckily for
The police are
Illusions,
not getting there on time after you press that button, let me tell you.
you will be long gone by the end of that. But now Illusions sitting on set point here in winners, looking to go on even further.
Oh, and rest in peace to Rewind's meter right now.
That conversion of the 4-4, and he's going for the mix. That's the confidence that we're talking about. For him to have the confidence in those setups, to know that he's just going to go with that forward trance because it's always seeming to hit.
Oh, that back one, shredding that armor. And that was the perfect time to do it. Illusions tried to catch him jumping out of the corner, and oh, that wasn't a big punish though. Rewind has left a lot of damage on the table.
Not everyone can be Michelangelo and get those raw trances, but even now, getting opened up by just a raw forward 4. Rewind, getting the mix to work in his favor
look at
now
the
as well.
respect. I think Illusions just kind of gave it up there, let go of block. Because if he would have blocked a windmill punch, it would have given Rewind so much extra bar here in the second round.
He still has a bar to work with. Rewind sitting on a little bit more, and Rewind refusing to let that portal come on the screen. There we go. Nice little bit of extra damage due to that flame buff. And that back one just eating Quan alive.
Oh, and
sir, that is no longer an overhead. There it is. That's death.
just like that.
Oh, Swaggin!
Who's this? Bilbo Swaggins over here? 49%.
What damage was that?
He was dead before the windmill punch even ended with that damage buff. And guys, Rewind's on the board. Now,
You want to talk about beating a dead horse? 49% after he was dead after the first 6%. You know what? That shows that he's a little bit upset that he was down 2-0. Now, Illusion's still sitting on set point, but now Rewind finally putting himself on the board and kind of shrugging off a little bit of the pressure that was on at the beginning.
yeah, this is a stage where he may not have found himself in ever. Big money on the line. You're going up against someone that just beat Sonic Fox.
But you take a look now, it's like all of a sudden Rewind just kind of acclimated himself to Illusion's playstyle. We're seeing a much different, but here we go, the air still belonging to Illusion's beautiful jump over to switch position, because he knows every time he's in that corner, he might as well just put the controller down. That back one has been just making Illusion sweat.
Oh, of course. And that's got to be why he's gone with Liu Kang over Raiden, or even Cassie, is not only does he have this overwhelming pressure that we're witnessing, but he also has on top of that the armor shredding just in case he does get an opportunity to press a button through Rune. And what a clutch block on the 1-2 and the backdash!
No way! The jump back baiting the interactable, that was godlike.
Every time Illusions has done jump 1, magic has happened in this match, it seems.
He controls the air in every single situation. Even now the
and
armor.
unfortunately, he did a flying kick into a wall. That's a conversion. Feels bad, man.
You know, Illusion's keeping it simple, and wow, finally not letting that back one blow him up. Even now, Rewind getting some nice corner pressure, going to keep himself in the game. Look at that chip.
The chip and the meter gain. He almost built another bar if Illusions didn't get out of there. And that's a nice conversion.
Still challenging the air.
Still challenging again, just running up. He does not want Quan to breathe right now, and he does not. Rewind gets another point to stay in this match.
And here we go, Rewind on the verge. If he takes this set, you're going to a game 5, but Illusion's obviously not going to want that to happen. forcing Rewind to use the meter. You know what, you can call that a moral victory. There's those plus frames and the forward four connecting. Watch your head, sir. Switching positions. And here comes the armor portal.
And it's raining armor. There is no escape.
Wow, and going for the max damage. This is going to do a lot. And actually forcing Rewind to break. If he gets hit again, it is over for him, and he will be sent to losers. On the portal in the play, Rewind, no meter to work with. Illusions has the full screen game, and that will do it. Beautiful zoning to close out the set. And Illusions on the winner side. Even Reasons, pretty much tyrants, their champions in the grand finals, are now fighting to stay alive this early in the night.
And you know what? Wouldn't have it any other way. I love the surprises. I love the upsets. Everyone's hungry tonight. Everyone is hungry, and they are fighting for it.
And we're going to have to see how it plays out. This is a matchup as old as time. Sonic Fox opting to go with Sector, going up against Dragon's Imposter. Like we said, these two have played tons of times with this matchup exclusively.
Yep, and these are each other's picks against each other. This is the matchup we've seen all season long, and even offline at final round, where, you know what, the real difference is, and oh my gosh, just like that, a raw trance in Sonic Fox's face. That is some confidence from Dragon to throw that.
The fact that that even connected the first time out is really going to help him out with that momentum. That's really going to be what he needs. The mix needs to be with him. At the same time, patience needs to be a virtue as well. Dragon kind of doing extremely well here. That defense that we were talking about while keeping an aggressive playstyle, not easy to do, but Dragon is really doing well here. But obviously Sonic Fox has had a wide variety of comebacks.
Oh, and it's so scary because is he going to meter burn that teleport or not? And by the time you realize that he hasn't meter burned it, he's safe. And it can get inside your head because then you realize that you didn't punish it just like you did not there again. And Dragon, awful lot of respect. And again, that's the third teleport that's got up on it.
But you know what? I think, in a way, it's kind of a smart way to approach this matchup. He's going to try and beat Sonic Fox through footsies and spacing alone. He doesn't want to take the risk to take any unnecessary damage. Yes, he's leaving a lot of damage on the table, but at the same time, it's keeping him in the game longer. But there we go. Sonic Fox, beautiful whiff punish there. Quick 28%, and just the mix keeping him going. Again, another 15%.
Oh, it doesn't finish the string. And Dragon was expecting the last hit of that, where Sonic Fox can play another mind game of is he going to flamethrower after or not. And the mind games between these two are insane right now.
Oh, is he getting, he gets Fox off to his breaker. That is a huge moral victory. And then there you go. Fox letting that 4-1 out after blocking that missile. It's only -8 on block. Just following up with that spacing, virtually safe.
Oh, very good. Confirmation on the jump kick. Dragon still back to the wall. No resources between either of these men. A lot of stray hits, but no big combos right now. And just like that, he gets the bar on the Hell Spark. And what's going to be the mix here? Goes for 16%, keeps him in the corner. And what's for breakfast, ladies and gentlemen?
Backdash. Sonic Fox escaping that meal rather easily. And Dragon just kind of backing off. Going for these little bits of damage. It's the smart move to make. But on the other hand, Fox is extremely, extremely defensive.
And that may have been the first time I've seen Dragon use the amulet to absorb a projectile. That was insane and very good, crouching the second hit of forward 4-3 and getting the full combo, forcing the break. And wow, everything working out for Dragon.
This might actually do it. This is going to chip. He's just going to go for the chip setup.
And
there's
that
nothing
is
you
going
can
to
do. And now Dragon up 1-0 on Fox in losers round 2, like we said. Losers, round 2.
No matter what one of these guys is done for. Scary concept here in the Season 2 finale. And Dragon up now 1-0. We know that going in that these two, it was going to be close.
Tribal.
Now, especially Dragon getting that win, he now has a couple wins on Fox. The confidence is there. And Dragon, if he's able to pull this off, I mean, wow. What momentum could he ride going further into this loser's bracket if he were to pull off this win over Fox?
Not to mention, he's going to be taking out possibly one of the staples that was in everyone's idea for a fantasy bracket to be at least in the finals.
Oh, for sure.
So if he can take him out early, that momentum is going to ride throughout the rest of his journey here. Now just going for a little bit more of a zoning. Sonic Fox using Sector zoning, which is arguably one of his the best aspects of Sector as a character. Very nice blocks by Sonic Fox there, and like we said, just keeping it. Oh, very nice scout, but unfortunately too low to the ground. Fox could not get any sort of conversion there.
That is one of the things that the last time these two played, it was a 3-0 for Fox. Everything that Dragon attempted, as you saw there, just got sniped by Sonic Fox. Every time he teleported, stand one, full conversion was waiting for him, and he's done a good job of avoiding all that so far.
Sonic Fox looking to answer back with the first round, but Dragon not out of it just yet. Still has some meter to work with. Fox getting rid of that barrel nice and early. There you go. Dragon just getting hit by that 4-4-3.
And I like they didn't throw it, because just in case Dragon would have tried to read it with a teleport, he did the very fast slide off of it, which has almost no recovery, and he was able to get that out of there.
You see Sonic Fox opting to go for a very different play style with zoning and forcing him to break. Dragon now has the meter advantage, which is huge for Imposter. We're going for a little bit of pressure, but we're just going to kind of keep it simple.
Oh, very good. Utilizing 114 +2 on block, and Dragon respecting the frames and gets opened up with the throw.
Grab to keep himself in the open space. He sees that he knows he can't be in the corner. He cannot be in the corner.
Very good break from Dragon to get him right into the corner, and Sonic Fox does have a bar, but if he eats any kind of mixer and overhead off of a deep jump, and that was a scary aspect. There's a lot of frames there in between that deep jump kick and that overhead for Sonic Fox to do almost anything.
Now here's the thing, Sonic Fox has to be careful throwing out those misses because Dragon still has that teleport to work with. There's a Sector teleport that he took, but that is definitely gonna close it out, but he drops it! Wait a minute, gets clipped on the back three! Massive damage into the trance. What's the mix?
Went for the overhead again. You know what? Dragon put it all on the line. He wanted to get back in this second game. And in comes Scar, who is missing from this top 8, but not anymore. He came to make a little bit of appearance, do a little bit of a wave, and he's going to disappear back into the night until Sonic Fox calls him again. He goes back into the Pokeball.
And now here's the thing. They're now sitting at 1-1. Is Dragon going to make the switch to Katana against Sector? Because it seems to be that Fox is really starting to work it out against Imposter. You know, Dragon is still playing very well with Imposter. We can't knock that out.
I don't see Dragon coming off it, just because the wins are there.
The wins are there.
And every time he's gone Katana against Sector, it's been a rough day at the office for Dragon.
It's true, and considering that Sonic Fox does have a Katana of his own, it might be kind of a risky call to make, picking Katana. But he's going to stick with Imposter Shinnok. It could be the right move. You know, maybe he just needs to kind of switch something up a little. But Sonic Fox getting the first hit with a clean down here.
Oh, and he's trying to get him with that trance in the neutral, but Sonic Fox not giving him any kind of space to breathe with. Getting a little bit aggressive here.
Sonic Fox just working Dragon now. Just all of these little hits are really just adding up. Hasn't done a full combo yet, but these quick 18% and then backing off and dealing some chip. Oh, and that is definitely going to hit. Gonna decide to hold on to the meter. 28%. Sonic Fox absolutely dominating here in this. But Dragon not ready to give up just yet. Spends the bar, gets the trance in the corner. This is where he wants to be. Not even going to spend the bar, just going to go for everything he can possibly get right now as far as damage and meter building.
Oh, here comes tracking. There is no escape from that, and anything after that is just chip out territory. Sonic Fox playing very well now.
It's still no punish. Even trying to go for the forward off that teleport. No way punish either. A beautiful backdash by Sonic Fox, staying as far away from that pressure as possible and answering back with the grab here.
Yeah, Dragon respecting the 2-1-2 rocket mix-up that Sonic Fox loves, but here we go.
There we go, staying with the teleport. Fox opting the break. I think it's a smart move to call it. Sector is a meter building machine, I think it's the safest thing to say.
Both of these characters, there's so many special moves on the screen.
Ooh, just the standing one to just interrupt that back three. Like we said, he'll do a little bit of damage up close, and then Fox is just going to back off.
Very good from Sonic. Walking backwards is one of the scariest things you can do in neutral in any fighting game. The walk back and let your opponent hang themselves trying to get to you.
Like you said, not even in the backdash. Has, oh my god, the up rocket EX just tracks right into that teleport.
Oh, and Dragon going for the read with the instant jump one, and that is chip out. Oh,
Wait
yeah,
a minute!
gets away from it.
Whoa! No way. Can Dragon pull this off? He's in chipped out territory. Nice backdash by Fox. The shoulder charge.
Magic extended! There's no way we get two of them in the same top 8. This is unprecedented right now.
The backdash flipping him. He's going to be able to take it. He takes the round. Dragon answering back.
What is going on? This is insane.
Oh, Dragon to be able to just stay composed and get that. That was insane.
2 match extendeds in one night, ladies and gentlemen. This is ridiculous. And for Dragon to bring it back even after that, and now he's trying to steamroll it.
Look at him sitting in the driver's seat, gets the air-to-air, the conversion to follow, trades into the corner. The guy on music, is he gonna steal this game away from Fox? Look at all of this damage. Fox has no meter to work with, barely sitting on a bar now.
I think Fox read the throw out of the corner at 16%, and he is so close.
And that's
just like
it!
that, it took the match extension. Sonic Fox, I think, got the wind knocked out of him after that one.
Pay your respects.
So now Dragon is sitting up 2-1 on Fox, looking to eliminate Fox in losers round 2. Far away from any sort of money, far away from any sort of final situation.
Sitting at home, nice and comfortable,
Tribal.
and that was one of the most clutch moments that you will ever see in MKX. And for him to take that and just ride with it into the next round and everything work for you, Dragon is poised right now to try to send Sonic out of this tournament. This is phenomenal Mortal Kombat action, guys. This is the Combat Cup!
And they are sticking with the same characters throughout all of this set so far. No matter what happens, they're going to stick with their guns. Dragon obviously locked into Imposter, but Sonic Fox sticking with Sector, locked into Sector for the remainder of the set. Dragon sitting on set point, starting off the match beautifully with the first hit into Trance. Oh, the plus frames, and we see he's making really good use of that jump kick to keep the plus frames, but keep himself at a safe distance in case Fox tries to answer that.
And Fox caught him with so many throws off the 2-1-2 string earlier and not falling for it early as Dragon nice himself in the corner, and that looked like it may have been a punish.
At this point, it's really hard to tell. These two guys are playing at such an insane pace. Even now, they're slowing down the pace now. And then just Dragon challenging that space with Shinnok's forward two. So beautiful, and it just has to be working.
Oh my gosh, out of nowhere. Here's 20% and a round from Dragon.
You gotta love that. Pretty much guaranteed interaction, taking us back a little bit into the old school Imposter. Gotta love Quaton Jungle.
Oh, and what a jump in with that jump too. From Sonic, he's gonna get the position in the corner here.
Hard knockdown, up rocket setup. Nice back dash to stay away from that forward four. Dragon not ready to give up just yet. Yes, that trans back, he could still very easily keep this life lead going. Gonna decide to save his meter just in case things get ugly, and as it looks,
Oh, and right back at him. Whoa, guys.
saying, sir, that interactable does not belong to you.
Our Savage levels may have just peaked over 9,000. We finally got there. Our scanners are breaking over here.
And here we go, round number 3. Dragon sitting on set point to eliminate Fox. Gets Fox off of his meter. And now Fox is kind of sitting back. Oh no, gets clipped on the Hellsparks. Dragon gonna convert into the trance. And what is the mix? Just kind of takes that little step. Very nice blocks by Fox to keep his distance. And this time blocking that forward two, very smart. And you see there, you saw what he wanted to do. He was very conscious of that interactable yet again by Dragon, but clipping the backdash again, Fox.
Oh, and he went for that teleport. That would have put him in another position for that, but here we go. No breaker yet.
Oh, no. Do not. Fox is not one of the guys you can let have a breath of fresh air, even to get that clutch factor going. Uses the interactable, sitting on life. The chip!
And that's gonna do it. Dragon sends Sonic Fox out of the Season 2 finale with a 3-1 victory. Sonic Fox goes 1-2.
What? Fox goes 1-2.
Shinnok.
That was that's losers round 2. So yeah, that is not even finals.
He ran off. He did a couple laps around the house. He grabbed his mac and cheese. He held it up. He said, "I did it! I did it!"
You know what? After a performance like that, he's allowed to have craft and Lunchables. in one meal. I think he's kind of deserved that.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure as he's
After
enjoying
that
meal,
after that match, you had to have burned off a lot of calories. But we got our next match for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Young Monster versus Rewind, the other side here in Losers.
And now we've seen these two go at it quite a few times as well.
Yeah, these guys, very young. No match history here in season number 2. Surprising, though. And here we go.
Like we said, still in the loser side. Two people you wouldn't normally expect to see. Here we go, Young Monster getting some nice chunk of damage. Doing quick 20%, casual 20%, but keeping those plus frames. Now, here's the biggest thing as Displacer rate. The fact that his mobility is going to help control that pressure from all sizes of the map.
Yeah, that teleport keeps him everywhere at all times. As you see there, Rewind's teleporting in. And Rewind, as you saw there, this character is very high in execution. And he recognized that he didn't have the stamina to actually convert that, but you saw him first time around get all 3 forward 1-2 back 2s, which is not an easy task whatsoever.
Like we said, Displacer Radiant's execution is pretty demanding.
Very demanding, and the damage that comes off of it is very rewarding. What a crouch on the startup.
Rewind looking to get a flawless here.
Oh, finally gets some chip. Young Monster does have a history here at Kombat Cup. He does have a lot of falls against him, so luckily he doesn't get another one added. Young Monster has to do something because Rewind is just playing his game, which is teleport, and he's getting opened up by these forward 1s, which are highs. But Jackie herself doesn't have a lot of options, low-wise to low profile. She doesn't get that much plus frames. She can maybe get a down 3 and try to gel with a stand 1 to generate some kind of pressure, but Rewind is just all over Young Monster right now.
And then for Young Monster to be shut down so easily like that in the up-close game, he's really going to want to opt a little bit more of a zoning playstyle, but you take a look at the variation that Rewind's taking. Displacer has a teleport, so he has that answer.
So if you're losing on both ends, you got to start from the ground up, okay? You have to see what hit you and say, don't get hit by that. What can I do against it? Because right now, Young Monster has his back to the wall, and Rewind looks to be in the driver's seat.
Young Monster, maybe just need the game to adjust, but at the same time, Rewind is just playing just insane. Oh, finally scouts out that jump, but still no conversion. Luckily, he picked up the combo right where he left off. That is a healthy chunk of damage here, 38%, and still has that corner positioning to work with. Those plus frames are nasty to work with.
That low rocket, I believe, -2 into an 8-frame midway did that with the stand 4. So there's not a lot of room to work with, and I love these combos from Rewind. Keep it simple.
Wow, and a whiff punish off the down 3, keeping it safe with the back 4 into that shocker. Rewind not out of it just yet. Young Monster still has a life lead to work with, and the chip is slowly going down, and doesn't meet up on it. Wait a minute. Will he wake up? Try some. No way. Gets him off the meter. Okay, so.
Oh, no way! This is chip territory, and that is it. What a turnaround from Rewind, and it got Young off of his resources. Absolutely savage turnaround from Rewind.
Rewind stole that right out of his hands.
Oh, and getting the knockdown in the corner. Here comes Rewind. Keeping him standing. Keeps him guessing. Oh, what a backdash. And he didn't even have any meter to vicinity blast, so Young Monster didn't have to respect anything there. Gets him with the simple mix.
With all this damage, Young Monster entering back. You can tell he's not happy after that first round. Pretty much not happy after this whole set. This whole set, for the most part, has been Rewind. Gets opened up by the back two. Young Monster dishing out some serious damage. Pretty much going to put Rewind into chip territory. He's just going to let go of block, try to get away with something.
Yep, looked like he woke up Superman just to try to build some bar. We all do that. We're like, F it. I want some meter, at least.
There we go. Wow, beautiful whip punish there.
And the stamina-less conversion with 1-1. That's exactly what you want to do. Rewind, a master of Displacer right here.
And that's that execution we were talking about. You need to have the presence of mind to know what you can convert off of with the resources that you have. Beautiful stuff of the teleport by Young Monster.
Oh, and so many machine guns just hit back to back. That was about 5 in a row. And, it doesn't get to him in time for the conversion.
And those 6% have been adding up. Young Monster has the life lead right now.
Ooh, and got a reversed input.
Oh, didn't have the stamina to work with. He wasn't taking a look at the X-ray.
He went for a down 1, and she's going to beat this man senseless.
The first X-ray of the night. Young Monster answering back with a game of his own, tying the set 1-1 here in the loser side.
Yes. So, you said, maybe up close didn't work game 1. then maybe he should resort to a little more zoning. And what he did there was he actually zoned a lot more, and it paid off. Rewind got clipped a lot, getting either the startup of the teleport, just caught standing, or trying to approach. It actually hit him a lot. And even teleporting behind, he got a couple of reversed inputs.
There is a new king.
Getting the machine gun the other way, where he just gets more hit advantage and he's able to generate more pressure. He played really well on that one.
And you take a look, and Young Monster had a few high damaging combos throughout pretty much the set in general, but it's really the little bits of damage like we're talking about that they really add up. Those little 6%, those 7%, you get hit by those 2-3 times in a row like what we saw, you're already sitting at pretty much a basic BNB for most characters. So maybe Rewind needs to keep that in mind when he decides to get a little bit antsy with his buttons, is to kind of sit back and stay away from the little bits of damage. But that was beautifully played by Young Monster to be able to respond like that.
Oh, for sure. Now we're all tied up at 1-1, guys. Here we go.
Just opened up by the EX Vicinity Blast. Rewind getting that bar back for taking the first hit.
Ooh, not watching his feet. Very good backdash. He had to respect the plus frames off of 2, and that was a big ol'
do it for the Vine, hitting from 5 yards back.
What a conversion, 31% for his efforts, and an anti-air is the big boot.
I literally don't even know what I'm watching right now. But here we go, getting massive damage after spending the bar. Just look at that life just melt away, 38%. And keeping himself.
Oh, puts himself in the corner, but Rewind, I think reacting a little too late with that NJP.
Okay. Okay.
We saw that before. That was one of our biggest highlights of Kombat Cup, was that up rocket hitting by. Did we get that? Can we capture that? That was ridiculous. What in the world? Not like this. Not again.
I don't understand. I don't understand the hitbox on the rockets, and neither does Rewind, but he's not going to let it phase him. Just look at the amount of damage he's done in such a short amount of time here in round number 2. The Young Monster managing the switch positions. It's really been a fight for the corner. Rewind closing it out with these really tough to execute displacer combos.
Yeah, and both these guys absolutely loaded going in and coming off the resources already. Young Monster now giving Rewind 3 bars.
Just going 1-1 into the back 3, getting clipped. Rewind has to break there. Didn't want to go. Wow, that was extremely risky. Paying off though. But you know he wants to push her towards the corner. If that happened. Very nice.
And that's the second time that he's got the machine gun the other way, which just puts Rewind in hit advantage, teleporting in, but he's in a great position here. Oh, very good low profiling the 4-1. Young Monster's done a great job of avoiding the pressure from Rewind in these past 2 games.
Wait a minute, can Rewind? Wow, that was such a good standing one. And blowing the back out. Beautiful back and head gone. Now Young Monster's up 2-1 after going down quickly.
His head is gone. So, like, how do you come back from that?
Pay your respect.
Rewind really needs to take a step back. It seems to be, you know, Displacer really, it did the job in the beginning of the set. You know, he went up 1-0 relatively quickly, and he even had some pretty interesting clutch situations. But now we're starting to see that Young Monster has a custom to Displacer. It might be time for him to bring out something else. And we see here he's taking a look, but he might end up sticking with Displacer here. It might be the right call, considering this is losers. Maybe he doesn't want to risk it. Maybe this is the only matchup he's comfortable with against full auto Jackie.
Exactly. I mean, we saw him play at the highest caliber possible with who was it? We've got Cassie so far and Liu Kang. But as you said, against this character in particular, it may just be Raiden in his arsenal, even though he can play at this level with other characters.
Especially from any tournament ever, always go with your best foot when you don't know what decision to make. And this is what he needs. He can still, he's doing relatively well. It's just Young Monster is slowly starting to adapt. So now it's time for Rewind to mix it up.
He respects the +2 there.
Rewind has been doing really well countering the blocked pokes with grabs. That's a quick 12%, and the neutral jump punches that follow. Look at that damage, leaving it to the restand.
When he went for the Hail Mary, the back 2, and got interrupted for it. What a conversion from Young Monster, 37 out of nowhere.
The dunk. Careful, can he get the conversion? And he does.
That conversion, it had to have been so hard. The stamina was slowly regenerating, and if you drop it, the round is done. That was clutch as hell for Rewind.
Look at it, like we talk about execution. Those are not easy combos to do. 32% corner to corner, absolutely meterless. And beautiful blocks. He used some armor too, but Young Monster staying vigilant and trying to stay on point.
Almost got it. Conversion off the anti-air, down 3. Didn't believe fully. And keeping Young Monster locked in the corner. He has to be careful because Young Monster, Jackie in general, has great wake-up options to move her either away from the corner or to reverse you back into the corner.
Rewind getting a little bit antsy, getting hit by those guns again. Beautiful scout by Young Monster, clipping him with the back 3. Look at all of this damage. Rewind does not have meter to break. Young Monster looking to take this round.
Oh my gosh, and everything going right for Young Monster! That is the 3rd time now that Rewind has teleported into something coming out of Jackie's arsenal.
And it's such a tragedy to be able to see something like that happen, even with all these combos that he's getting. Oh, then he lets the back 2 clip.
2!
And the reverse grab, Rewind looking extremely strong here in round number 3. Does not want to be eliminated. But Young Monster still on set point, now has the corner positioning to work with. Gonna stay patient. Doesn't check the grab again. Rewind looking to just chip him out here, and that will definitely be chipped. Rewind taking us to yet another game 5.
It's crazy here. It's crazy here. This is the finale. We've had a lot of game 5s, a lot of upsets, a lot of hype. A lot of hype. Our vocals are going to be shot tomorrow, Big D.
I'm already feeling it. Forget tomorrow. I'm on my way out now. But now Rewind put Young Monster in a game 5 situation. Is Young Monster going to switch?
Jackie Briggs.
Keeping it as simple. Is.
And I respect that. I do respect that. Making sure you, if you're going to go out, or if you want to put yourself in that position, stick with your best foot forward. Yeah, every single time.
Yeah, you don't want to switch and then lose, you know, say terribly, and then you hold your head down after a loss like that. Whereas if you stick it out with your main, it's close, or even you get body, you can say you did your best. But here we go, Young Monster trying to advance further here in the finale. Rewind with a little bit of adjustment of his own, and the throws have been immaculate from Rewind to turn things around.
Rewind has had a very tough time protecting those, and I mean, Young Monster's had a tough time protecting those. Rewind just getting away with all these grabs, that's what's really racking up that damage. Taking his time, you know he has to be patient. Jackie hits like a truck in that corner.
And that's the 2nd time we've seen Young just jump over Rewind into the corner.
Rewind doesn't have a bar row to work with. It's really like he's going for those staggers. Young Monster on the verge of taking this round, and that back one will certainly do it. Young Monster sitting on set point, looking to eliminate Rewind here in the loser's bracket. But Rewind, not going to stay shook, sitting on about a bar and a half of meter to work with, and just pushing Young Monster towards that corner. But Young Monster is doing everything he can to stay on screen.
And look at the meter on Young Monster. He has taken a match with an X-ray already.
Keep it simple. The 1-1-2, knowing that he didn't have to stand on to get the full conversion. Very nice. Back 3-4.
Into Raiden's DP that we never, ever, ever see.
You know what? It's at that point now in a game 5 situation on the verge of elimination.
Oh, what mixes off of 1-1?
He has to bring everything else out now. There is no other time. Beautiful blocks again by Rewind, just waiting for his turn. Beautiful scalp with the neutral jump punch misses, and another grab, giving him the life lead and the meter lead. Another grab. Is he gonna go for another grab? Gonna go for a vicinity blast, trying to chip him out.
Such a clutch block, and savagely coming in with the Superman.
And look where he is right now. Young Monster has no meter to work with and has his back towards the corner. Rewind gonna take his time, and he knows if he gets Young Monster in that corner, it is over.
And vice versa, as Young Monster was inching him closer to the corner as well. He found himself out, but he puts himself back in there without positioning. He's just changing every other couple seconds.
And here we go. Here's that corner damage. Gonna keep him standing here. No, he's gonna go for the max damage. 33%. Very nice blocks by Young. The pressure is there. Nice jump across. Getting out of the corner. Young Monster switching positions here.
Clutch blocks on the couple back 2s that Young Monster has thrown.
Oh no!
And just got his and just like that, Rewind with the huge turnaround in the 2nd round of that game 5 in the final moments. So clutch, and that is going to do it. Rewind eliminating Young Monster and moving on in.
And Illusions is going to stick with Sorcerer Quan. I think it's a smart move, considering Melina does have a little bit of a tough time dealing with that armored portal when it's already out, but has a little bit easier time keeping it off. But if Illusions gets that portal going, it's going to be big trouble for Samage. So just going to keep their distance. Illusions stealing that first hit away with that down 3.
Oh, and a lot of straight hits that have gone unconverted, but finally Samage gets one with the strike.
And there, the armor portal in the play, but jumping out of it, a grave mistake. And now he has nothing to work with. The jump over again. Is Illusions going to be able to close the gap and keep that air superiority against Samage?
Here we go. That is just armor on armor. There is almost nothing you can do about that, and everything becomes a launcher. And that is going to be close to the first round, and he can just put up another portal. It's going to be raining armor. It's a money pit. He's excited.
He breaks the armor. Wait a minute. He's giving Samage a chance to come back, and that is not something you want to do. That's the armor hit.
Oh, no.
That's death. That's 100% death. No doubt he is kicking himself right now. You cannot give Samage a chance to come back ever.
99 out of 100. You don't lose that situation. And it just happened here in winners finals of the Kombat Cup Season 2 finale. This is getting ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen.
There goes Samage all over him like white on rice. Just getting all of these conversions and stopping him from getting that portal out. Melina does such a good job shutting that down. Go, there's a couple stagger strings building up. Samir already almost has another bar to work with, a bar and a half on Samage's side. Illusions will almost have a bar to work with after this portal comes into play.
And breaks the armor. Samage, you need to stop it, young man. You're not supposed to be able to do these kind of things, and you're doing them.
You know what happened there, actually? The inputs got reversed. I think he wanted that standing 3 or a down 3, but he got the trance because Samage switched positions on him. Ended up going with the punish. Illusions immediately going into game number 2. There you go, nice blocks by Illusions. Down 3 in the down 1. That is the absolute classic.
Oh, and utilizing the plus frames on the down 4 to come in with a mix. I love when Illusions does that. That's something that you rarely see from Quants. And a big drop. Didn't get the damage into the room or into the portal, but he still got the portal up.
There you go. He's just building up some meter and has that armor to work with it. Wow, it almost gets it off again, but there you go. Samage immediately locking that down.
That was such a tricky spot.
And a beautiful grab tech by Illusions, trying to keep himself in the open space, knowing the corner is a death trap. Just getting hit by these sides. And Samage is occupying that space because he knows that Illusions wanted that portal.
All he needs is one bar, and that is chip out territory. Samage, so clutch, so smart. As long as he has one bar of meter, it seems like he's never out of it, no matter where he is on the screen.
And here we go. Starting at Illusions, getting the back 3 to connect. Gonna send Samage full screen into that armor portal, and really the zoning is what's really gonna help him out here. He's getting decent positioning when he has that portal up. He just needs to stay inside it.
Oh, and very good on the meter burn teleport, which has multiple hits on it, and I am amazed at how Samage has dealt with these armored portals. It's been absolutely lights out. This man is so prepared.
Look at the pressure that he's been doing with the telekick, making sure Illusions does not have any chance to bring out the armor portal, and Samage immediately sitting at 2-0, looking to put himself in grand finals on the winner's side.
What is so scary about Samage, and I've said this before, it's scary how fast, because we talk about how fast his matches can be and how he can run people over. It's amazing how he can do it to some of the best on the planet. It's amazing. Okay, this is going to sound pretty mean, but it's amazing how free he can make some of the best players on the planet look if things go his way.
Hey, you know what? It's true. It is true. You take a look at Samage's track record on how he pretty much holds the record for the fastest sets ever in the history of NRS games, period. This guy is unstoppable once he gets that machine going. And now Illusions is still going to stick with Sorcerer Quan.
Sticking it out, and this is not his tournament life, as he still, even if he loses this match, would be going down into losers finals. But He may be trying to play it out and maybe saving something just in case he has to come out of losers. I'm not too sure.
You know what? It's at this point in time where Samage has just been running all over. Yeah, you could try everything you can, but maybe he has a character that he's not ready to show yet in the tournament. And do not break the golden rule. Do not jump at Samage. Do not jump at Melina. Don't even think about jumping it. Just get that thought out of your head.
There are two. There's jumping at Melina, which is a no-no. Then they're jumping at Samage, which is a hell no.
When has it ever actually worked against Samage? And a raw trance. Samage going for an easier punish. Could have got a little bit more on the table, but you know what? At this point, look at the conversions.
He tried to jump out of the corner. Don't. And just like that, stand one, down one, it all works. That down one is the size of Mount Olympus. Zeus deems it not worthy to jump out, and this is chip out territory, and that is going to do it. Samage steamrolling here in winners finals to send Illusions down into the lower bracket, and Samage is sitting in winners finals where he's guaranteed
there.
And that was a very long distance. I thought that was going to drop like 32% meterless. That's Displacer if you have the execution, is to get such a high reward.
There's a grab, but he puts himself in the corner, no doubt, definitely immediately putting himself out, realizing that is a huge mistake. And the sweet spot Dragon answering back after a failed anti-air attempt on Rewind's side. Look at that damage. Gonna end it early to get that buff going, and this is where it's gonna hurt.
Oh! No way, the
That's
damage
death.
buff is still active. And wow, rest in peace. Rewind's hopes and dreams of taking this first round as that jump one came out of nowhere like an RKO.
That was silky smooth by Dragon. That was so perfect. But Rewind still picking up where he left off, getting some nice damage. Unfortunate drops early on, but he still has the corner pressure. The back two.
Dragon is just, you know what? I like this from Dragon. He doesn't care at this point. He wants that meter going into a potential final round where if he gets a health lead and he sets up the X-ray, the unblockable X-ray it seems.
And that is not a fun thing to block in Rewind. Going to be able to close out that second round pretty convincingly. The moral here, if you're looking at Rewind, you need Dragon off of his meter. And on the other hand, Dragon is going to do everything he can to hold on to it. He's going to stick with these stagger strings and just wait for the right time to strike. Because if he has to break early on, that's going to be a problem. Is that patience? He's going to spend the bar. Rewind likewise to do so to keep Katana off of him. Just keeping his distance. Look at the mobility, just kind of threatening that footsie range.
Here we go, this is going to keep the corner push. He gets a little bit, puts up a sharpen, but Rewind must get out, and that's the second time he's messed up Dragon's inputs with that teleport. And 32%, again, meterless, and these guys both have a breaker, almost even on health, anything is possible.
Very nice blocks by Rewind, gonna wait his turn, spending the bar.
Bar for bar, and he had the punish, but he didn't believe. You have to believe in the heart of the cards.
Here we go. Dragon has to get off his meter. That's a moral victory for Rewind. He's sitting in a good position to take game number one, but Dragon still not out of it just yet. This will not kill, but he is now in chip territory. And the down one clipping him in the air. The shocker following up. Rewind taking game number one against Dragon in losers finals. That's an interesting statement, because although Dragon played very well with Katana, that was his debut, and it did not go nearly as well as it usually did with Shinnok.
Absolutely, and guys, Rewind, we said it. He's here to play. He's here to win. In Season 2, where he was ineligible in Season 1, came in swinging since day one, and guys, he has, but he's looked like he's gotten better throughout the entire season. That's what's scary, is he keeps adapting, he keeps getting better. Finally, pulling off upsets. Guys he didn't beat before, now he's beating, and now he's taking that in here into the finale, and he's got so much momentum riding, and he's playing so well.
You wouldn't expect to see this in loser semis. The fact that you've seen these two players, first of all, let alone that Rewind is already up a game. The one thing Dragon has not done yet is use that parry. He's going to need to establish that threat. And that's the only way he's going to be able to keep Rewind and force him to kind of pump the brakes on this pressure.
In the corner, Dragon losing a lot of health and fast.
They go 1-1-1, just going to keep it safe because he knows up close, Raiden can actually punish a block fan.
At a 4-1, one of the best punishers in the game. 6 frames, and in Displacer, a 32 meterless.
And then leading to the corner, please. Oh, Dragon dropping that combo, just missing the punish there by Rewind. And a beautiful conversion by Dragon. We should be able to close it out. Gonna go for the interactable, get as much damage as possible. Very smart by Dragon. Getting the first round.
So clutch. That was such a sexy conversion by Dragon. And to have the presence of mind where the interactable is. And speaking of absolutely savage, raw Superman again from Rewind. We saw that pay off multiple times against Young Monster. I love the solid play, and then that surprise savagery. That down two out of nowhere. That raw Superman.
The calculated craziness is one of the most effective tools in this game, and we see it from all of these types of players. You look at now, Rewind keeping it safe, getting a massive damage, but he could have at least taken the round. Now giving Dragon a chance to answer back. Switching positions, ending it early for the buff. And they should be able to take it. Going to keep it simple. 24% to close out the round. Has the positioning. Dragon, no doubt, going to do everything he can to stay calm, but get out of that corner. And that is easily.
Oh no! It came off the bar just to get reopened up. What a start to this round for Dragon. And I mean, Dragon with the instant read, knowing Rewind wanted to close the gap quick. What a whip punch for that forward one though. Didn't have the conversion.
Didn't really have the stamina, didn't know what to do there, so he just kind of ends it early. Unfortunate, but still, the thought was still there. It's the thought that counts, man.
Yeah, always.
Now, Dragon staying composed, going for the staggers, trying to keep that positioning going. The mid-screen is really where Katana does the most damage. There we go, just taking his time. Rewind trying to get that new jump punch to work. This is definitely going to close it out.
He had the read, but didn't do it fast enough. He left the active frames so late. If he'd have done it instant, the active frames would have been there and Dragon would have jumped right into it, but he did it so late the active frames had not come into play yet. And Dragon taking game number 2. We're all tied up at 1-1, and these matches have been insane. The last 3 matches here in the finale, we haven't even seen here in Season 2 of the Kombat Cup. And it seemed like every top 8, we had half of them, if not more, in almost all matches where guys have had already played each other before. So there was some kind of record, but we've gotten a lot of surprises here. Those early upsets giving us one hell of a show to send us off here in Season 2.
And just the fact that these guys, the past 3 sets, have been new for all of us to be able to see, shows that this is how players need to adapt on the fly.
It gives us one hell of a show because we don't have records. We don't have, who might have an advantage going in. We're going in blindly. We're going in balls deep. And here we go.
Very nice use of the armor, taking that hit and getting the 32%. And already pushing him in that corner, just what Raiden does so well. He'll get some nice little grab, but keeping him in the open space. No doubt can eventually switch positions, and there's the reverse grab.
Oh, he put so much respect onto Rewind, doing a stand 1, having 2 bars of meter. There's a lot of 1-1-1 you gotta respect there.
And he's keeping it simple. He's not going for the fans because he knows it can be punished. Rewind has a life lead, gonna wait his turn, especially since he has no meter to work with for a breaker if he gets opened up. Dragon is gonna even out this life lead, and look at how much meter Dragon has. You know what's
fully loaded. I mean, to take this round, he will definitely do it. All it takes is 1.
No. Oh, he's a lucky man.
Luckily, he read the stagger, because if Dragon would have got a normal out, a mix would have been coming, and one of them would have been X-ray, and it would have been the round.
Very, very risky. But luckily for Rewind, still managed to pay off, and Dragon is definitely looking to get some nice damage of his own now that he has all that meter to spend. Gets the hard knockdown into the parry. If he gets opened up again, Rewind is going to take a lot of damage.
Oh, and Dragon pressing a button. That is +2, and then back 1. I can't remember, 6 or 7 frames. That is a true mid.
And Dragon needs to be very careful throwing out that forward 2 string. Rewind has been able to blow it up by whip punishing it after that teleport. That's a huge threat that Dragon needs to keep in the back of his mind.
Oh, put himself in the corner.
Down 1 into shocker. Rewind.
Down 1 shocker, down 1 shocker. We've got some tactics right now.
And Rewind taking the game with just a regular raw Superman. He is now up 2-1 on Dragon.
That was savage.
What is happening right now? Rewind just all of a sudden.
Pay your respect.
What, the hyperbolic time chamber is real? Is that what it is?
I mean, you just go there, and you know what? You train for 20 years, you come out 5 minutes later, and you go, what? You come out, you're like, I learned the raw Superman.
And clearly, Rewind has not aged. He's just still staying with those savage young reactions that we have seen since the very beginning. Dragon is still going to stick with Assassin Katana. He's locked himself in. But we're going to need to see those parries if he wants to change.
He needs two straight wins, and I'm shocked he hasn't held the parry more, because a couple times where he parried, faked it out, Rewind checked with down one, and down one is not a low, and well, with Raiden, that is a mid. If you hold that parry, you're going to catch him. It's something that we haven't seen yet, but we'll see if Dragon tries to implement anything like that in his pressure going into here. But first hit, first blood, going to Rewind.
And Dragon going to answer back at him immediately off of that meter after whip punishing that. So now as the combo early, gets the buff, and a nice little conversion here with the buff is going to do a lot of damage. Look at it go, and it's not finished, but it ends early due to the drop. Taking his time, just trading a couple little pokes in there. No reason to always rush for the big damage there. Very nice conversion, but another unfortunate drop. There's that parry. Shades of Star Charger, canceling into the parry and going for that grab.
Luckily, we haven't seen that down one lift yet.
Not yet, but you know what? At this time, with Dragon being down 2-1, it might be time to start bringing out all the tricks in the book. Rewind just missing that Superman, but teleporting right back into the action. And just down one and canceling that forward 2-string. That forward 2-string has not been working out too well for Dragon. 9 times out of 10 it's been whip punished, and the other one time it just gets blocked.
There we go. He got Dragon off the meter already. Any straight hit could be death.
No, he didn't believe. There he goes. Dragon just getting. Oh, he's getting off all the. Oh, what a beautiful hit conversion, and he's putting himself in the set point.
Was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Rewind like a bat out of hell with these conversions. Dragon on his tournament life right now, on the verge of being eliminated before the finals, where he was doing pretty much better last season. He's really feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, and this is match point, but Dragon is running away with this right now. He's trying to tie us up to 2-2. He needs 2 straight rounds, and then 2 rounds after in the down 1 DP.
And a flawless to answer back. He is mad, and rightfully so. He's not ready to give up just yet. Dragon, one of the most formidable players in the scene right now, is not ready to give up without a fight.
He staggers from Rewind. Absolutely insane. Big boot whipping. Doesn't fall for double overhead.
Nice blocks by Rewind to be able to block that back too. Not really afraid of Katana's low options. Oh, that would have been so beautiful.
Anti-air missiling Dragon out the air with that forward one. And wow, very good.
The first time we've seen someone blow up a down one rising blade.
And this health is going away so fast for Dragon.
Rewind is so close to edging this out and advancing on into losers finals. He gets the grab. Dragon has a lot of meter to work with.
That's gonna do it. He has no more stamina with that instant run, and Rewind is gonna make losers finals. He makes top 3, eliminating Dragon. We don't have a Dragon or a Fox in top 4.
And Rewind has now added another scalp to his collection. Unbelievable.
Raiden.
I mean, what better way?
Fatality.
What better way to keep that tournament going than to have a 3-1 victory over one of the best players of the season?
Of Mortal Kombat.
In general, even final round champion has also been eliminated. If you want to look at it that way, there's so many different ways to look at it. And speaking of looking at it, we have some highlights. Take it away. Going into game number 1. We saw here that Dragon decided to bring out his katana for the very first time, so kind of had to shake off a little bit of the, I guess, the jitters, but that reversal, that almost like an autocorrect outside of the float, just helped him close out that first round. That was so smooth. Here, going in to game number 3, Rewind, looking to put himself in the lead, forcing Dragon off of that meter, definitely gave him that breath of fresh air there. And here you saw the down one shocker just trying to close it out so close. And just a raw Superman. That's when you know that they're just savage enough at such a young age.
To believe, to have faith in that read. That, you know what? If they block this, I'm a dead man. But guess what? If it works, do I look like a genius?
And their Dragon didn't believe in that jumping punch. Could have taken the round. And you see Rewind spending all of the resources and connects the back 2. Converting it with the EX teleport in the forward 1. That was gorgeous.
gorgeous play from Rewind. He will advance in losers to play Illusions. And up next, we will have losers. The instant air guns and the EX guns may be an equal option, even full screen against that armor portal. Instant air gunshot, take him off immediately. But as we're saying that, never mind. He does like the confidence that he's built the last 2 games with Raiden, and we're going into this losers finals match. One of these guys is going to go into grand finals against Samage.
And if for some reason Raiden doesn't work, he knows he has that character on deck ready to go. Illusion's getting the first hit with a down 3, but no chance to follow up with, giving Rewind the chance to get all this damage in the pressure. There you go, beautiful conversion. Rewind ending a little bit earlier to make sure he gets the full amount of damage as possible, given the distance.
Oh, and respecting the meter burn rune, letting it go unpunished, and blowing up there. Very good stuff from Rewind.
He's going to keep his distance. The worst thing he could do is let Quan get that portal into play. Switching positions now. He's going to backdash into it. Still has that hit of armor to work with. Illusion just pushed out of it just in time. Try to take that last hit. And now Rewind has Illusions off of the portal. Illusions gets it right back in there. It is just a fight for that armor.
And he's going to keep it unbreakable. Oh, very good. He would have met some mix if he would have gotten hit by that down 4.
The anti-air Superman, very smart by Rewind. Had to get rid of the breaker, but that's definitely a easy price to pay, considering he took that round.
And there is a $300 difference between these two. The loser is going to walk home with $700.
And that's nothing to hang your head about.
And the winner going on to compete for $1,500.
That's where you want to be. And that's exactly what these two are fighting for. They know what this match is worth to them, and they know they don't want to be out this early. They've made it so far here tonight, and they don't want the journey to end here. Rewind getting zoned out beautifully by Illusions.
Oh, look at the confidence from Rewind to teleport into a portal.
Oh, and he breaks the armor. Now the armor's going to be coming back momentarily, and he needs to be ready for that. Takes the hit of armor. No punish on the regular rune. Throws him out of the portal. Rewind, not ready to give up just yet. Goes for the down 1, into the 4-1. Forcing Illusions off of his meter.
Even if you lose this round, which you are looking like you are about to run this entire thing back.
Is he going to do it? No, the jump kick!
Oh, so clutch. Rewind had absolutely no reason to win that round.
I cannot believe that happened.
He had no right to fight and claw his way back into that round, and already looking better with Raiden over Liu Kang in this matchup.
And even after all the times that Illusion has controlled the air, he still challenged it and still managed to get it.
And yeah, already a big turnaround. We said this is probably his most comfortable character by far is Raiden. And you can see the difference in the clutch factor that he has.
Ooh, oh, could have got that back to trance there, but unfortunate with the rune, did not hit. Rewind immediately putting him into the corner. Very smart, and really that's where Quan struggles, but this map, with its interactable use, is going to help him with that corner pressure. More than Rewind would care to admit. And here we go, though. Clean jump in again. That's really been what's helping Illusions the entire night. He just knows when to jump. He has that armor portal set up, can zone a little bit more freely now, getting a couple runes in there, building some meter. He jumped out of it knowing the portal was about to go away anyway, but these clean jump-ins really helping him out here. Gets the hard knockdown in the portal again.
And Quan's jump 1 is incredibly sneaky. It does have an amazing forward hitbox on it. It is fantastic. It's almost like a Kotal one, just not quite as ridiculous, but it's still pretty ridiculous.
Kotal, what character is that again?
That's a character that got erased in the last patch, and he's no longer a selectable character, but we'll get into that later.
Pour one out for him. Here you go, gets the big boot and manages the hit, so he's getting all this juicy pressure. Hit lets the back 2 rip, but no follow-up, unfortunate, but goes with the 1-1-2, gets a hard knockdown, and here we are in the corner again. Beautiful tech grab.
Way to get out of the corner from Illusions, the instant jump interactable. And Illusions is just going to hold on to all this bar, and he's going to try to take everything he can from Rewind, but at least Rewind came off the bar. It's what Illusions wanted anyway.
Yeah, I think that was the really smart move. He knew he had a hell of a mountain to climb. He decided to just try and get rid of some of Rewind's meter to work with here in round number 2, but Rewind did the work for him.
Oh, very good interrupt on the forward 4. Oh, sorry, back 4? The overhead?
Forward 4.
Forward 4. Okay. Woo. The new one. Here we go. Rewind trying to push him to the corner. If that interactable again, getting Illusions out for free. That get out of jail free card Gotta love interactables. And Quan players have had like the most interactable usage since day one because they rely on it.
That's really kind of their defense. If you think about, oh, he didn't believe in the armor. Illusion's now forced to break. Armor saving him from getting hit by all that damage. Gonna switch positions here maybe? Nope, gonna keep it simple. Rewind off of his meter now. Another clean jump in. He has to start anti-airing. Rewind needs to take control of that air.
Yeah, that was completely uncontested. Clean jump in. I mean, Raiden's got that forward one at his disposal, and Illusion's is gonna tie us up here at 1-1.
Now, Illusion's playing much better than he did in the first game. But again, Rewind, it keeps getting hit by these jump-in punches. It's killing him. It is absolutely killing him. But Illusions is realizing that every player has a weakness, and he found it. Gets hit by the forward four. Gonna send him full screen and put that armor port on the use. And really, you take a look at what Displace was capable of with that teleport. Illusion still has it in the back of his mind, which is why he's staggering his zoning. But very smart by Rewind, hitting him very far away from that portable, pretty much taking it out of the game.
Oh, very good check with that down one. I couldn't tell if Rewind was going to go for a forward four or not there. But Illusions gets the down one on hit, and then gets to apply the mix of his own with the plus frames.
Wow, and that teleport is really helping out Rewind against this pressure, but at the same time, Illusions is just doing so well right now. It looks like it took him a game to adjust, but now he's just been kind of running through him. Oh, and no punish.
Get punished.
Beautiful stuff by Rewind to know that Illusions did not have meter to make EX or make rune safe. So he goes right in with that punish off of normal rune. And now this damage has been all Rewind. He goes 1-1 stagger into the grab. We're finally starting to see some grabs again by Rewind.
Very good low profile with that down three. Here we go. That meter disappearing. There goes all of his meter, all the break, and he gets hit by any kind of special, even on block. It drains your meter, and rest in peace, Rewind's bar. It is completely gone. He's going to get a little bit of it back here, getting hit. But wow, Dead Illusions just put himself in a great situation.
Oh no, the 4-1-2 blew up the armor. Rewind still has a chance, throws him away from the portal. Very smart. And gets the trip guard, very nice. Gonna keep it nice and simple with a 1-1-2 follow-up. And Rewind, almost in a scary situation, immediately took himself out.
What a reaction to the startup.
Oh, very nice. Illusions had to break there. Oh, and the armor, very nice. Gonna keep him away from getting all that damage dealt to him. Yeah, I think he's going to be able to switch positions here, and he does. And here comes that corner pressure with that armor portal into play. The scariest thing Quan has to offer. But the Displacer teleport, finally just getting out of that corner for free. Still building some meter, now has a bar to work with.
Oh, and Illusion's leaving the safe zone and gets clipped for it. He's going to get sent to the other corner where he has to try to work his way out, but Illusion's so good at doing that.
Here he goes, going to keep Illusions in the open space, and another jump in.
One. At the tip like that, there's almost nothing you can do about it. Once the hurt box is all the way back, there's so me. And here we
Spends
go.
both bars. Wait a minute. Oh no, he misses it. The backdash and the vicinity blast.
Oh my gosh, Illusions.
That was so clutch. That was so clutch.
He really let that one go, and the vicinity blast hits everywhere for no reason whatsoever. It seems like it hits half screen even on the ground.
It does hit
And
in the
man,
immediate vicinity, some might say.
that could have gone either way. It looked like Illusions was about to steamroll, and the huge drop.
It spends the armor. You know what? It's a very smart move to make, considering he wants to trade armor at the very least and keep Illusions off of that bar. And here he goes. Put him in the corner. No portal to work with. And this is where Rewind wants to be. Sitting 2-1 against Illusions and has the corner pressure. Gotta watch your head with those. Very smart by Illusions. Just mixing up a little bit for as long as possible. Switching positions himself. It's just been a fight for the corner.
Oh. Very good block. That's so hard. So hard. That is so fast.
Listen, these pokes are really helping him out here. Oh, no conversion there. They're going to close out the round. And another jump-in punch. Oh. Someone is going to get the memo. Eventually.
Oh, it almost drops it, but luckily does a string that has been seen twice in existence.
The forbidden string. Oh, and the dunk. Trading, keeping Illusions away from that.
We used to say back in the day, Quan's best mid instant neutral jump punch.
It really is. I mean, we saw the hitbox on that.
Oh, it dunked him right back, but oh, it doesn't get the Vicinity Blast to run against the combo.
Here we go, just using that interactable again to get out of the corner. Illusion's looking to take us into a game 5. Rewind refusing to let that happen right now, pushing him to the corner. And here comes all that terrifying pressure, especially if you're a Quan. Here we go, just getting the pressure, and look at the meter that he's building. Forget the chip.
Wow, and doesn't even check the shocker off block. I would have read Rewind not coming off another bar. Going in here. No! He had the right read to run in to get aggressive. At least he got Illusions out of that portal. Oh, teleporting into the corner.
Beautiful trip guard with that forward one. Rewind, like we said, on set point, looking to go in the grand finals and face Samage.
This is big meterless damage. No breaker from Rewind, and that turns into a huge BMB with the 12% added on top, and another jump one, another one.
Another one, and Illusions taking all of that meter out. Just misses the conversion again. Catches the backdash, and Rewind is now going to grand finals. Eliminating Illusions.
Wow.
What?
2 huge drops on a crossover conversion off of a trance seem to be the
Fatality.
weakness there in his as well. Imposter Shinnok.
That's scary to say because we have not seen his imposter in a very, very, very long time. And Samage hasn't either. But at the same time, Samage and Dragon have definitely had their fair share of experiences together. So you know Samage, being the player that he is going to be ready for imposter. It's really more of a question of if Rewind is comfortable enough to deal with a monster like Samage.
The only thing he has on his side right now is the element of the unknown, because Samage, you saw earlier, was ready for Dragon's imposter Shinnok. He was incredibly ready to the point of getting 3-0'd.
And here we are, your Season 2 Grand Finals, match number 1. Samage losing the first hit bonus to Rewind, but gets that grab to put himself in a little bit of a life lead, but Rewind is not going to let that slide without a grab of his own. Here we go, they're going to be very patient here, and that's really what the name of the game for both players. Both characters hit like absolute trucks. Imposter really needs that meter to do the massive damage, but needless to say, his tools will help him get that meter pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Meter building machines. And we've seen them all night. Maybe, you know, the way that the game's meant to play, you know, build a lot of meter, you got a lot of bar, you get to use it, here we go. Just like that, you get a combo.
And into the trance for the mix, the blender, and the 16% grab.
23% plus 16%, that's a hell of a BNB out of the gate. What a backdash.
Ooh, that was a close one. He almost got clipped by that forward 3. Samage has been in this position before, but the Shinnok's down 4 and the Hellspark. Such a good tool.
And
Such
now,
a good tool.
Rewind has no bar, and Samage has 3, about to have 3 fades. So this life bar could disappear in a flash. Oh, but good blocks from Rewind. The spacing has been immaculate so far. He's just stayed away from the staggers of Samage and playing the up-close game so well.
There we go, 4-2-1, and there's that EX face. He needs to be careful that if Rewind doesn't try to bait that out, Samage is going to run all over him with that. But a beautiful back grab by Rewind. You normally see Samage ready with the text with those. And gets clipped by the back 3, but no punish, no follow-up again. Picks up with a grab. Still sitting on a deficit. Samage, all the meter to work with here. Oh, and baiting out the face. Getting Samage off of one of those bars. Samage is playing extremely patient. You don't normally see this from Samage.
Yeah, this is almost a game of chicken. I think he's kind of trying to bait out either the shoulder or something, because that's the exact spacing that Dragon likes to throw the tip of that shoulder at. And now the patience from Samage, we saw earlier the aggressiveness pay off, and he saw that early, that aggressiveness, he couldn't really apply it so much, and now he's playing a little more of a space and zone-oriented method, and it's working out.
Oh, and ball pulls away from that jumping punch. Very smart by Rewind. Gets the conversion. Samage is going to hold on to his meter here. Wait to see if he guesses wrong. Very smart by Rewind to keep it as safe as possible. And now look at this damage by Samage, spending the bar, 35%, and now has the corner pressure. There's finals. Those conversions, again, so deadly. Can't be making mistakes like that in the grand finals of the season finals. Oh, narrowly missing it there, but no whiff punish. Goes for standing one in the grab. Not done just yet. The next touch by either player could be death.
Both of them, big commitments, big whiffs, and what a backdash, and the overhead works, and what a conversion here from Rewind.
Wait a minute. He might be able to chip out here. No, he goes for the 16% grab. That's not going to kill.
What, you have to be wary of the fade?
No! He had to go for the grab and he didn't know. Samage stealing that game away. And it hurts. It's such a tragedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing ridiculousness here. Wow.
Samage, you know Samage was holding his breath as long as he was holding that ethereal face, knowing one grab was going to do it. But Rewind must have just not thought of it.
Absolute insanity. And we've seen so many moments that have gone down to the very last sliver of health, and we've seen ridiculous comebacks. We've seen clutch factors. We've seen savageness all throughout tonight.
And you
One
know what
hell
the
of a
biggest,
finale.
You know what the biggest thing it is to see now? Is that going to rattle Rewind? That's the bit. If he lets that get to his head, he's going to be in massive trouble here in the grand finals. Samage definitely sitting a little bit more happy now, a little bit more comfortable, getting the first hit as well. Oh, nice backdash on that grab and grabbing him himself. It looks like Rewind's not going to be phased. He's going to stay and play solid. Oh, just narrowly. It's very interesting by Samage, not even attempting an anti-air there. There are those grabs that we're talking about. Rewind has just been on point with these grabs throughout the entire night. Gonna get the trance. 23%, gonna go for a grab. No, he's gonna stick with the chip. Very nice chunk of damage as well. Samage immediately catching that backdash, punishing accordingly. 36%.
I mean, the true heart of the Predator there. He pounced at any moment of weakness there, and that was amazing from Samage to now be in the driver's seat for the round and overcommitting himself on Wake Up.
Is this going to be able to kill? He might be able to just chip out here. And there you go. Samage knows it. Just lets go of block, realizing that Rewind had that round on lockdown. But now Samage has almost 2 bars to work with. Rewind not even sitting on a bar just yet. Oh, very close. Almost got win punish with that, but that will certainly be a punish. Wow, a drop.
No hit confirmed from Samage. We must be living in the Twilight Zone.
Sir, we might actually be seeing Samage with just a little bit of nerves here. Maybe he's getting those flashbacks from Season 1. Gets opened up by the back 3.
Wow. Rewind is starting to run away here in game number 2.
You go, very nice blocks. And he's still not going to challenge with that grab. I'm very surprised.
Yes, Samage.
Oh my god, that nukes jump punch.
What a read. Here we go, guys. What's the mix?
Beautiful tech by Samage. Samage is playing so on point, regardless of him being down like this. Just waiting for Rewind to make a mistake.
Put a backdash on the fade, and that should do it with a big drop.
No!
You don't give Samage this chance.
You know, beautiful blocks by... No way! Is this going to kill? It's not going to kill. And he's going to try and get some chip on him, and the reverse grab.
Did you just see this man? Who's meant to say that that one is the EX fade in the grab? Is that what we do? Is that what we do to try to win the Combat Cup? This man's a savage. That was ridiculous.
Rewind is absolutely kicking himself right now. Samage, no doubt, has a smile on his face. Even now, Rewind's going to dish out some good damage here, but he needs to stay composed. He has lost way more than he can count, just based off of sole unfortunate chokes. He needs to stay composed, and while he's trying to stay composed, Samage dishing out all of this damage, 31% into some nice chip. He still has a chance. Nice walk up that shimmy, proving to be so lethal against most of the community. It's a very strong tool, very simple, and very, very good.
What spacing from Rewind as well, but there we go. A fade in the dream.
This is all he needs to do. There's the throw. And as we know, he's always going to try and keep it simple there. He's not going to risk it when it gets that close in life. Now Samage, looking to keep his record going for pretty much the entire night, has still not...
One game away from winning this without dropping
with
a game.
a perfect score. A absolute perfect score. Before the set even started, he was 9-0. He is now 11-0.
That is the mark of pure dominance.
And Rewind's still going to stick with Imposter. Now stuck with Imposter the remainder of the set. We're going to have to see if he could do something to be able to come back, but...
They've been close, but heartbreakers as Samage is just taking these games, it seems, when Rewind's put himself in position to win both of them.
It seems to be that he's just missing one little factor that's stopping him from closing out some of these games. We could have very easily at least seen a tied set right now.
Oh, easily. Here we go. Rewind has always been in these positions. He's always gotten the first hit, it seems. He's got these health hitters, and then Samage, with one read here, one read there, gets himself back in these rounds and just clutches them out.
We go down one into another grab. Rewind so on point with these grabs. Samage, you don't normally see him get grabbed like that. He's usually very quick with the text.
Just as you saw there.
There you go. Going with the down one, he's going to try and just keep that pressure up close and personal. There are those staggers, and he's going to be able to convert. Getting Rewind off of that meter. The next hit by Samage will no doubt put him on tournament point. But Rewind going to open him up with the 4-2-1, but doesn't go with the trance.
Oh, and what a trade. And Rewind couldn't keep that plus. And just like that, in the fade, giving him the position of the corner, everything Samage wanted. He said, thank you, sir, I'll take that into my tournament point.
Samage sitting on tournament point, looking to have a perfect record here tonight. Wow, a standing one anti-air by Rewind. You rarely see that as Imposter Shinnok goes for a 16% grab, but putting himself in the corner.
Oh, and the whipping the throw didn't get enough run. Cancel it a little too early, but it's okay. It didn't hurt him too much here.
He's taking his time there. He needs to be very patient. He knows Samage is smelling blood. There is blood in the water, and Rewind needs to stay composed. He is now off of all of his resources and needs to stay extremely patient. Beautiful whip punish, but no conversion. Again, keeps it simple. That's a lot of damage being left on the table. Thankfully, he's getting these grabs.
Again, but as you mentioned, no hit confirming into any trances, nothing. He's keeping it simple though. It's working. Hasn't been incredibly effective though, but he stays alive with just the tip of the shoulder.
Now, Samage has well over 2 bars to work with. He's still sitting in a very good spot, and this is going to do a lot of damage, putting him in a great position, not only with his corner damage, but pressure as well.
And I love Rewind. He is checking Samage button for button. He's being aggressive.
There you go, another grab. He's been so successful, probably the most successful with grabs that we've ever seen. Just getting the extra damage. Samage so close to being on set point, keeping it simple, keeping it quick. These staggers doing so much chip, gets the grab. Rewind on so close to being eliminated. Wait a minute, he's not done yet. Nobody gets another drop. That's unfortunately going to keep the plus frames in his side. Samage, and it goes with the chip. Samage is your Season 2 champion here at the Kombat Cup.
Congratulations, sir.